Shrine in the heart of Accra. This is African Magic Temple, a Voodoo shrine led by Bokor Christopher Voncujovi, a renowned Voodoo and Afa priest who also happens to be an OG international magician from Hohwe, Ghana. He has performed across Asia and Africa, entertaining and inspiring tens of thousands with the joy and wonders of magic. In 2007, along with his family, he dazzled an audience filled with African presidents and world leaders during the African Union Summit in Accra. Now back to African Magic Temple. For over 30 years, AMT has safeguarded and educated the world about authentic West African spiritual traditions rooted in Ewe Vodu and Afa. Through thousands of hours of online content, AMT has made Voodoo knowledge and practice more accessible while redefining the global narrative around the practice. We provide spiritual consultations, ancestral feeding rituals to honor your ancestors and empower yourself, as well as a range of various initiations. Every year, AMT welcomes and supports practitioners and knowledge seekers from all walks of life on their journey to connecting and learning more about indigenous African spiritual practices, heritage, and philosophy. Through interactive and experiential shrine tours, AMT has hosted visitors from across the world, including groups from NYU's Public Health Masters Program and Birthright Africa, a diaspora organization based in the US. We are even working with the University of Bremen in Germany to repatriate stolen Voodoo from the colonial period. And yes, we did speak with the Voodoo through an Afa divination, and they are very much alive. African Magic Temple isn't just a shrine. It's a living bridge between past, present, and future, and is undoubtedly a powerful pillar for cultural tourism in Ghana. Did you know there's a Voodoo shrine in the heart of Accra? This is African Magic Temple, a Voodoo shrine led by Bokor Christopher Voncujovi, a renowned Voodoo and Afa priest who also happens to be an OG international magician from Hohwe, Ghana. He has performed across Asia and Africa, entertaining and inspiring tens of thousands with the joy and wonders of magic. In 2007, along with his family, he dazzled an audience filled with African presidents and world leaders during the African Union Summit in Accra. Now back to African Magic Temple. For over 30 years, AMT has safeguarded and educated the world about authentic West African spiritual traditions rooted in Ewe Vodu and Afa. Through thousands of hours of online content, AMT has made Voodoo knowledge and practice more accessible while redefining the global narrative around the practice. We provide spiritual consultations, ancestral feeding rituals to honor your ancestors and empower yourself, as well as a range of various initiations. Every year, AMT welcomes and supports practitioners and knowledge seekers from all walks of life on their journey to connecting and learning more about indigenous African spiritual practices, heritage, and philosophy. Through interactive and experiential shrine tours, AMT has hosted visitors from across the world, including groups from NYU's Public Health Masters Program and Birthright Africa, a diaspora organization based in the US. We are even working with the University of Bremen in Germany to repatriate stolen Voodoo from the colonial period. And yes, we did speak with the Voodoo through an Afa divination, and they are very much alive. African Magic Temple isn't just a shrine. It's a living bridge between past, present, and future, and is undoubtedly a powerful pillar for cultural tourism in Ghana.
What I know is that when you are doing a practical invocation, sometimes you light up incense, and all the kind of incense you light, some are supposed to attract certain spirits. And then, depending on what spirit you are attracting, you light that kind of incense. And then the spirit, if it is to materialize itself, will use the smoke to create a form. Then you will see it in that thing. It's just like a stencil. When you want to print something and you draw the stencil and then you put it into the machine, then the stencil will now print the form and then you can see it clearly. So the smoke is what will actually create the form of the spirit that you are trying to evoke. That I know. But then if there's a fire which is a smokeless fire, I don't know how the spirit is going to materialize from that. I haven't learned that one yet. Thank you very much. Meditate, sleep, relax, obey music. Thank you. And then obey music went on to say, do dwarves help through devotion or offering? How does the partnership between them and humans usually work? The dwarves that I work with are just the same as any other spirit, like jinn or voodoo. And I work with them as voodoos. And what they do is I ask them, give them a task to accomplish. And then when they accomplish it, I say thank you to them. That's all that it is. It's not anything that is out of the normal. Yeah, I pour libation to them whenever I am working with them. Yeah, those are the kind of dwarves I work with. I don't work with the dwarves that are shaking people's building and shaking trees. Those are they are all fraudulent, and tricksters created those things to deceive people and collect their money. I've seen many people doing such thing, but then it's all lies. No dwarf is going to be shaking any house or shaking any tree. It's all lies. The reality is that dwarfs are invisible beings. They can choose to become visible if you want them to be visible. And then there are things that you have to do to make them visible. But then people who have the ESP, extrasensory perception ability, we can invoke them in a mirror. We can invoke them in a perfume oil, in a calabash, in water, depending on a person's ability to see beyond the five human senses, or beyond the five senses of a human being. That's what we call the sixth sense. Thank you very much. And meditate, sleep, relax, obey music. And said, I heard of people disappearing to some world under the ocean, meet Mami Water, and come back with spiritual powers. What can you say about the marine kingdom? I've never been to any marine kingdom before, so I can't say anything about any marine kingdom. People, human beings, like to create things that make other people fear them, to make them look special. I don't believe that anybody can live underwater for more than 5 minutes. So if human beings are telling you that they have gone underwater and stay with some mami water underwater for years before coming out, personally, I don't know. And honestly, I don't believe that. Because you put your head inside the water in your bathroom for 5 minutes, see that whether you can breathe. You can't breathe. So how are you going to live underwater? In which marine kingdom? If you are a spiritualist and you are able to connect with spirits and they are able to teach you about how to work with them, it's a different story than to say that somebody disappears and goes underwater and go and live underwater. Hey, I mean, those things, when I was a child, I believed them. But now that I have grown and I have been a spiritualist for the past 40 plus years, I don't believe those things anymore. Spirits can connect with you without you going underwater or go and live in a forest. No, you can connect with spirits anywhere. Once the person teaching you knows how to do it and guide you. All those kind of dreams and illusions people create as if They are so special that they went and stayed underwater for 7 years. And then 7 years. Can you stay underwater for 10 minutes? You die. So those are stories. People put this kind of stories out in order to deceive people and create fear in people, to make them to see to look as if becoming a spiritualist is that you have to be a very special human being. You don't have to be a very special human being to be a spiritualist. However, if you want to be a spiritualist and a good spiritualist, you have to dedicate yourself to what you want to do, and you must give 100% of your time, or at least some percentage of your life, to what you want to learn and do. But people staying underwater or living in a forest for 7 years, if people get missing in our community, people look for them. If they cannot find them after a certain number of years, they declare them dead, and then they do funeral, and that's the end. So you go and stay 7 years under water, and then you come back to which house? Whose house? So let's face reality. That's what African Magic Temple is all about. Where the mischief that is around spirituality, that creates fear in people, is what we are trying to demystify, to make it that spirituality is just as natural as any other thing. Because if you want to be a doctor, you have to learn it. You want to be a driver, you have to learn it. If you want to be a carpenter, you have to learn carpentry from someone who is already a carpenter. Of course, we don't know who was the first carpenter. I don't want to believe Jesus Christ's father that he was carpenter. He too probably learned from somebody. Because the word was not created, the word carpentry or carpenter was not created because of him. It has been there before he was born. So some people were carpenters. So anything in this life, when you want to do it, you need to learn from someone who knows it, or someone who has already been doing it, so that you can also perfect it from practicality. That's what spirituality is about. The fear that people put in others by making you look so superhuman being. That's where I differ. So there is no kingdom, marine kingdom. If those marine kingdoms exist, yes, they may exist, but I don't think it's for human beings to go and live there. The marine spirits or water body spirits can tell you or describe how their place is or how they operate. But I don't think they are going to take you and go and keep you in their kingdom before teaching you. But those who say they have been there, it is their problem. I haven't been there. But I work with marine spirits. I work with fire spirits. I work with spirits from the air. I work with the spirits on the land. And I work with all kinds of spirits. So I don't think that I had to go underwater for 7 years or for a number of years before working with spirits. I still work with them without that. Thank you very much. Meditate, sleep, relax. There's so much illusion and a kind of lies created about spirituality, and a lot of people believe these lies. And if you go deeper into people who say such things, that they had to live with spirits and all these things, you begin to, when you work with them for some time, you realize that they are scammers, they are thieves, they are liars. Yeah, that's what I can tell you. I have had experience with some. They are all scammers. They're just finding a way to take your money away. So thank you very much for that beautiful question. And then we have Bokor Kwabena Penny in the US saying, Enuledo, Papa. Hello, Bokor. How are you? How is your family? How is Ada? My regards to her. Thank you for joining today's section. I hope everything is fine, Dr. Kwabena Penny. I'm grateful that you are here. And then we have Sunshine in Canada. Say good afternoon, Papa. Good afternoon to everyone at AMT. Thank you very much, Sedem. How are you? Thank you for joining the section. I hope you are fine. How is your mom? How is everybody? My regards to all. Thank you very much for joining today's section. And Bokor Kobina Penny, who is also Dr. Kobina Penny, say, I hope you and the AMT team are doing well today. Just passing by to say hello. Hello, thank you, Dr. Kobina Penny Bokor. Thank you very much for coming by. My regards to all. And then Sunshine say, what Voodoo helps students with learning and improve memory? Okay, this is a very good question coming from Sunshine. That what Voodoo? All Voodoos can help people to students to improve their learning and memory. However, the best thing that can improve your memory are herbal preparations that you'll be given or will be made, which will be made for you. You'll be vaccinated and you'll be brought to a particular spirit that is responsible for that black powder or that memory powder. There are so many different memory powders that when you are vaccinated and brought before the spirit and you start to drink that memory powder in the form of mixed with honey or whatever the spirit say we should do, and you mix them. When you are drinking them, it will activate the side of the brain that remembers things, and then it improves your memory. So it is not like a particular spirit, but it is rather the black powder that they'll prepare for you. Some are not black powder, some are made cooked in a herbal form, in a herbal medicine, and you will use a particular kind of a bell, the bell that our people make, the cow bell. Then that bell, you will be using that to drink the medicine for some time, and your mind will be like a sharp, like a razor blade. So anytime something comes, that bell will awaken the memory part of your brain, and then you will remember. So that's what it is. Thank you very much, Sunshine, for this good question. Very beautiful question. Thank you. That's all. That's why we were on YouTube. Thank you, Africa Magic Temple channel on YouTube. Thank you very much. And then I think we are done with that. Now we are on Africa Magic Temple on Facebook. And we have my daughter-in-law, Sila Ameji, here. Say, hello, Papa. Good evening. Hope you and everyone else are fine. I'm curious, how did our Ewe deity and the Thai deity relate? Thanks. Okay. The Ewe deities, see, spirits are universal. It's a very good question. Spirits are universal. When you go to Thailand, they have a spirit. They have spirits. They have Mamiwata. They call it mermaid spirit. But then in their language, they have different names for different Mamiwatas. The one that my lady friend has, which is actually the national deity of Thailand, is called Payanat. Payanat. And Payanat is just like any Mamiwata, but in the Thai spiritual cosmology, it is the one that represents the Thai. It's like the head of the other mermaid spirits. They have so many different, but the Payanat is the one that is the most revered and worshipped among all Thai people, especially people doing business and want good things. That's why when you go to every restaurant, you see Payanat. And another one, which is a woman with a long hair sitting down as if pouring water. I don't know that one's name. I think Sena, if Sena is watching, he probably will give us the name of that one too. So Payanat is that. And spirits, as I said earlier, are universal. there is a spirit of the fire. And in Ewe Vodu, we will call it the spirit of fire, Anna. Then the spirit of water, we call it Mami. Spirit of the land, we call Anyingbato or Sakpatebi in the head. And then a spirit of the air, we call Iyali. And then some other people in the Beni Dahome in Nigeria, they will call that spirit of air Oya. And then they will call the spirit of the earth Babalu Aye. And then they will call the spirit of the water Yemaya. And then, of course, they will call the spirit of fire, either it is Shango or Ewe Sehebiasu or whatever. So these same energies, they are not typically only Ewe energies. They are universal energies. And according to each culture, they have their name, and they also have the rituals that are done according to the people who it appears to, or the people, according to each culture. The way it will be worshipped in Thailand is they have water. They show water. I'm talking about Mami. So you will see that water will be the base abode of that particular spirit. When you come to Voodoo, the same thing, Mami water, that will have to do with water. It will have to do with water. Mami water will have to do with water. And then probably when you go to North America, where we have Native Americans, I believe very strongly that they also have a name for a water spirit or a deity, water deities, and it has to use water. When you go into Yoruba mythology or cosmology, when you go into that one too, you will realize that every water spirit will have to deal with water. So it is with all other spirits. So spirits in reality are universal energies. They belong to nobody. They can appear here and work here, and can also appear somewhere else and work over there. But when you look deep, you realize that everything is the same. So Thailand has so many spirits. I think I didn't wear my Luampu, the new one that I got. Luampu is one of the spirits that will work with my lady friend from her childhood. And it's actually a spirit of an elderly monk, a Buddhist monk who passed on long time ago, maybe how many thousands of years, we don't know. But then its spirit is channeled. My lady friend channels the spirit of that particular Luampu. And when it comes, like in every possession, a Voodoo will possess a person. And then the person can now cure people and give people direction and also caution people about certain things. That is the same thing that happens in there. So spirits are universal. And they have so many different spirits. Spirits of the forest, spirits of the sea, spirits of the river bodies, and all kind of things. And it is the same. But I have been working with this, my lady friend, for almost 40 years now. And I met her somewhere in 1987, 88. I would say I met her somewhere in 1988. And I think 1988 to now, how many years now, Bokor?
1988. No.
38 years? No.
That will be about over 35 years.
Okay. So for over 35 years, we have been working together. She has been partly my teacher.
37.
37 years. Okay. About 37 years, I have known her. And she had guided me in many things. And even she was one of the reasons why I came back to Africa to continue with our traditional spirituality. So spirits are universal and they don't have any culture. They can appear here and work with this culture and appear somewhere and work with that culture too. But then they will work according to what the culture is. And the names that are used in that culture is what the spirit will use will adopt as its name. But in reality, spirits are universal energies. So that is what it is. So deities in Thailand they are the same like African deities. A wise person can know the difference, can see that they are all the same. They are not anything but water spirits are water spirits, and fire spirits are fire spirits, and spirits of the air, spirits of the land are all the same, because we human beings have not created the spirits. Nature has created these spirits before we came, and they can work anywhere at any time. They are the same, only with different names because of different cultures. Thank you very much, Sila Ameji, for that question. Then Sunshine said, oh wow, I want the black powder. Does it require receiving it in person? Yes, you have to have it in person, because when we are going to do it for you, we will prepare it, and then we will take you at dawn without speaking to anybody, to the spirit that will supervise the vaccination and control your not control, but to one that will guard the black powder so that it will work well on you. So it is supposed to be received in person, because there's a little bit of vaccination in it. Thank you. I cannot vaccinate you online. You have to be physically present. Thank you. Anytime you come, just let me know before you come. Then we will prepare it down, because there are things we have to go and look for in the forest and get those things and prepare the black powder. Thank you very much, Sunshine. Okay, we have Eric GB, said Eric from Togo. Hello, Eric. How are you? Thank you very much for joining. And then we have a Creative Mind Ideas saying thank you, and thank you to Creative Minds. Thank you for joining. Then we have Chief Power. I clap for your real truth. Thank you very much, Chief Power. I'm very grateful that you are enjoying my teachings. I'm very grateful. Then we have Emmanuel Stanza. Hey, say hello, Togbi. Hello, Emmanuel. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the section. And the Emmanuel Stanza say, good evening, sir. Good evening, Emmanuel. Thank you very much for joining the section. And then we have our big sister, Luna Nicole. I miss you so much. I've not been around. Thank you very much for joining the section this evening. And big sister Luna Nicole said, blessing Papa and AMT family. I hope everyone is well. I'm grateful to join today's section. We are very grateful that you are able to join. I hope everything is well with you. Thank you very much for joining. And then we have Awizi 81. Good evening, Godfather. Please, I work, but I don't have money. Why, please? Please, I don't know why you work and you don't have money. Is the money they pay it to you, or they pay it to your wife or to your mother? They are paying it to you. So if you work and they pay money to you and you don't have it, you have to ask yourself, what did I use the money for? Because if the money was being paid into somebody's pocket, then you can say you work but you don't have the money. But the money had been paid to you yourself. So the money is supposed to be with you. The way you use it is what we have to talk about. Yes, because sometimes people get money, all the plans they have in their mind before working and getting the money. Moment money gets into their hands, they forget every plan. other plans and other unnecessary things will come and occupy their mind. Then they will spend the money on those unnecessary things. And when the money is about to finish, before they remember the plans that they had planned before the money came, now the money is gone. Their plans had not been executed. And then they complain that I have money, but I don't know where the money has gone to. Nobody has taken your money. It's you who is using it, but you are not using it for what you wanted to use it for. Because maybe at the time the money comes, some other things come in. The world is full of spirits. There are good spirits and there are also bad spirits. Even these bad spirits are also good spirits in some other way. And good spirits may be bad spirits in also another way. Because if a spirit is disturbing your peace, to you that spirit is bad. But if that same spirit is doing good thing for somebody else somewhere, then to that person, that spirit is good. So spirits are neither here or there. It is up to you how you use them. So there is a high possibility that the time that money comes into your mind, the spirit of how to spend money recklessly comes into your mind or comes around you. And then you spend the money recklessly. And before you realize, money is finished before your reality comes back. And then you start complaining. What you can do is do a consultation, spiritual consultation, to find out what exactly is creating that energy around you, that anytime you get money, you cannot use it for the things you wanted to use them for before the money gets finished. This is all that I can say. So you can call African Magic Temple's official line and then book an appointment for a spiritual consultation to find out what is causing this problem. Thank you very much, Awize81. Thank you. Please move the cursor. Let's see. We have a wealthy, is it wealthy? Wealthy B or?
Wealthy.
It's just wealthy. Okay, we have somebody with the name Wealthy who is saying good evening. Good evening to you, Wealthy. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the session. I hope you are good. And then we have user 6672 34591853. Say, please, I have a question for you. Go ahead, user 6672. Go ahead with your question. And then Dela Moses is saying, good evening, Godfather. Good evening, Dela Moses. Yeah, I hope you are doing well. Thank you very much for joining the session. Okay, I think these questions came already. And now they are coming from the bottom again. We have answered this one.
Yes.
Yeah, I have answered these ones already. Yeah, I think that's the one we just answered. Then we have a Kinatal, say Atiota Evans, Ogene Tega, Nigeria. Okay, thank you very much, Kinatal. You are very welcome to the program. And then we have Kofi Bisa, say greetings, Togby. Hello, Kofi. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's session. I hope you are good and your loved ones are also good. Then Kofi Bisa went on to say, can you give some explanation on the dwarves? I had already given explanation on the dwarves. I said that dwarves are entities or spirits. They are invisible. Sometimes they are visible. Sometimes they materialize themselves into physical things, a physical being, and sometimes they are just invisible. But even if they are in their invisibility, they work if you have a connection with them. Dwarves are said to be masters of herbs. They teach you how to use nature to achieve things. That's how much I know about dwarves. Like the dwarf that I have, that I've been working with from a long time, Obubu Yaya. Obubu Yaya is one of the dwarves that I have been working with, and now I give him to my children and they are working with them. And recently they went to introduce Obubu Yaya to Bokors and spiritualists in Brazil, who also have the name in their mythology, and even cartoons were made of that Obubu Yaya. But there's a name. What name did they call it? Can you fetch it from somewhere?
Yes, please.
So they have a name for it. They don't call it Obubu Yaya, but it's the same figure: one leg, one arm. Some have two arms, one leg, and so that, like I was saying earlier, that spirits are universal. In our language, we are calling this age, abotireke, age, atatireke, means one leg and one arm, a spirit called Obubuyaya. It's a dwarf. I've been working with it since 1993, and it's still there. Working with my children and going to work with other people around the world. But then in Brazilian Portuguese language, it's a different name they call for it, but it's the same entity or the same energy. So spirits, as I said earlier, are universal, and it depends on where they are, the culture, then the name. Yeah. Thank you. Let's move up. Okay, we have Henry Lamte 106. It's a good afternoon, Papa. Hello, Henry Lamte. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining the section. I hope you and your loved ones are good. You are welcome to the program. I'm grateful. And then Luna Nicole said, Papa, is there such thing as an ancestor of the water who acts as a spirit guide? No, I don't know anything called ancestor of the water. You see, a lot of people who are practicing or are into African traditional spirituality do not know the difference between an ancestor, and they do not know the difference between spirit, and they do not know the difference between voodoo and ancestor. An ancestor is the person who was a human being at one time and was on this physical plane. It's either that person has shared blood relationship with you or had some connection with your family in one way or the other. And that person, when the person passed on into the spirit world or passed on into the land of the dead, that person becomes an ancestor. However, spirits, voodoos, and entities are not called ancestors. This is the biggest mistake a lot of people make. A spirit is not called an ancestor. An ancestor is a human being who was one time alive, like you and I, but died. Such are the ones we call ancestors. We don't call our voodoos or spirits or deities ancestors. So I don't see where there will be an ancestor of the water. Where is your grandmother born inside the river, or was your grandmother a Maniwata, whereby you will have an ancestor who is a spirit, water spirit guide? No. However, you can have spirit guides that are of water bodies, but they cannot be called ancestors. Thank you very much, Big Sister Luna Nicole. And then we have a Universal Graphics 228. He said, Uncle, good evening. Sir, I have known you in person. We all live in Spinters, and I'm also from Pando. Okay, thank you very much, Universal Graphics 228. I'm grateful that you joined the section. Yeah, maybe we have met, but I don't know your name as Universal Graphics. That's why I may not know who you are. But as time goes by, we will get to know each other, since you are also on the Spinters Road. Thank you very much. And then Universal Graphics 228 says, please, everything is not working for me. Please, what can I do, sir? I'm not in the country at the moment. Okay, Universal Graphics, you can still do consultation even though you are not in the country. You can consult the African Magic Temple by calling our number and booking an appointment for a divination or spiritual consultation. and we will be able to tell you what is going on in your life. It is not all the people we work for that meet us physically. Majority of people who work with African Magic Temple are not physically present here. They live outside of Accra. They live outside of Ghana. They are in the diaspora. We work for them and they are still seeing results. So you can consult with us. We will give you the guidelines on consultation. And then when we do a spiritual consultation for you, we will tell you what is happening in your life and how to fix it. You don't necessarily have to be physical. However, those people who wanted to learn spirituality practically or learn about Voodoo practically, they need to be physically present for us to be able to initiate and guide them to on the path of spirituality. Thank you very much. So you can call Universal Graphics and 228. You can call African Magic Temple and book an appointment. And then we have another person here called Secure Owner. Hello, Secure Owner. Thank you very much for joining the section. I hope you and your loved ones are good. I'm very grateful. And Secure Owner said, can you tell me something about Akpo Kotoku? Akpo Kotoku is one of the most powerful Voodoo or deities that is there. I cannot tell you so much about Akpo because you have to be initiated into Akpo before knowing most of its secrets. But Akpo does almost everything. It can heal, can stop rain, it can stop accident, it can protect you from harm, it can elevate you. It does almost everything. That's why they call it Akpo Kotoku. So when you get initiated into Akpo, before you'll be given all the secrets in it, it's a very powerful thing. Yes, even yesterday we were working and the rain wanted to, the forecast was rain, and we were praying, thanking the spirits for my trip to Thailand and back. And then the clouds gathered very, very heavy and was about to rain. Then I just told Akpo that I am working, so I'm begging him to beg nature so that they can wait for me. When I am done, the rain can fall. And truly, it guided us until about 12 to 1 a.m. The rain didn't fall. We were able to do all the work we had to do. And we work that. Those are the kind of work Akpo does. There are so many. There are too many things in Akpo. And when you get initiated into Akpo, you get all this information and you'll be taught the secret of nature. We will be making Akpo for ourselves. We'll be feeding our Akpo and then also giving Akpo to new people who want to be initiated in the second week of December. So those of you who are interested in Akpo, please be gathering your money. It's quite expensive. And then you gather money, and when you come, we will introduce you to the beauty of nature. Thank you very much, Secure Owner. I'm grateful. And then we have Lovely. Lovely. It's a hi, Papa. Hello, Lovely. How are you? Thank you very much. Let me see the picture of the person. Well, maybe I know the person. I don't know whether I know this person. It looks like Yaira, but Bokor Yaira.
Yes.
Is that not?
It looks like Bokor Yaira, but
I don't know whether it's okay. Thank you. Hello, Lovely. Thank you for joining the section. And then user. Okay, those are, they wanted to ask a question, but they didn't ask any question. They are sharing the live. And then we have Ajete Don. So please, where are you located? Hello, Ajete Don. We are located on the Spinters Road in Accra, Ghana. Our number is in our profile, and you can find African Magic Temple on all social media platforms and on Google Map, and you can find us where we are. And if you want to see us, you must book an appointment to come and meet us. Thank you very much. Without appointment, I don't accept people who just walk into my shrine. I'm sorry, but that's how our rules and regulations are. And then we have somebody with the tiger. Is it tiger? Okay, I don't know who is that. Somebody with no name but some emoji, which is a tiger emoji. Welcome. Yeah. We have a emoji. Say, where are you located, sir? Hello, Mr. No Name. We are actually located on the Spinters Road. Our shrine is on the Spinters Road in Accra, Ghana. So when you look at our map or look at our name in Google Map, you will find our location. But I'll advise you to book an appointment before coming. Thank you very much. Then we have Amzico. It's a numero telephone. Our telephone number is in our profile, so you can find them. So Amzico, you can find our numero in our profile. Thank you very much. Divina, welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, then we have King Chaka. Hey, say hello, Daddy. It's been a while. Hello, King Chaka. Ah, how are you, Chaka?
Yes,
Our
yes,
Chaka.
yes.
Hey, my man, it's been a while. How are you? Say hello, Daddy. It's been a while. How are you doing? Please, this is me, Chaka. Yes, yes. Now, before I'm looking at your photograph. Then my mind saw you, that it was you. Thank you very much. How are you? How is everything? How is the business, the music business? Hope you are doing well. Thank you very much for joining the section. Yeah, move it up again. Okay, say my greetings to my hero Maracha. Thank you very much, Chaka. We are very grateful. I think he is also watching, so he will see it. Thank you, thank you. Your manager was around a few days ago. Chris was around a few days ago. Thank you very much. And then we have secure owner. I would like to have one-on-one conversation with you, Togbi. My name is Togbi Bello. Yes, Togbi Bello, secure owner. You book an appointment, then you can have one-on-one conversation with me. Thank you very much. And then we have Koklo, Amina there. Say hello, Baba, and the team. Hello, Amina. How are you? Thank you very much. I couldn't call you because of the rain, and then the day after that too, I've been busy running. Yesterday we worked until about 2 a.m. before coming home. So maybe after today's section, I'll talk with you and then we plan. Thank you very much. I hope you are fine. I hope your health is getting better. Great. Thank you for joining the section. And then we have a confessor. Confessor. I say, if you have a spiritual dream where a dwarf gives you a dagger, if you have a spiritual dream where a dwarf gives you a danger, I don't know. I'm not a dwarf, and I don't know why a dwarf give you danger. Whatever I give you, maybe it has it's a dagger. A dwarf give dagger to you. I don't know. I cannot understand the dream. Honestly, I'm not a dream interpreter here, but I don't understand. When a dwarf is giving you a dream, a dagger in your dream, I cannot understand. Are you changing? Because the thing has changed you.
It loaded on this phone. I'm trying to fetch it for you. Sorry.
There are some questions at the. Let me. When I finish this confessors, they can go up. There are some questions that we didn't see. Yeah. So if I don't know what it means to have a dwarf giving you a dagger. Yes. Thank you very much. Okay, so Universal Graphics say his name is Kwame Agboja. Okay, yes, the name sounds familiar. The name sounds familiar, Kwame Agboja. Thank you. And then we have Mick. I dream a lot and they do happen since I was a child, but I know people who never dream. Why, sir? I don't know why. I don't know why people don't dream, and I don't know why you dream a lot. Everybody is different. We are all having different destinies. To each and everyone, their destiny. Two people do not have the same destiny. So if you dream and another person doesn't dream, I cannot tell why. Thank you very much. No, I want to bring, there are some listings here. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Stop it there. Raise it up a bit.
Yes.
No. Let it go up. Okay. We have a Selassie Boating. Say, I greet you. Great one. Hello, Selassie. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the section. I'm very grateful that you have come here this afternoon. I hope everything is fine with you and your loved ones. You are welcome to African Magic Temple's ReVodution Voodoo Education live streaming. Thank you. Question and answer section. Then we have Jerry B. Say, good evening, sir. Hope you are good. Yes, Jerry B, I'm good. And how are you? I hope you too, you are good. Thank you very much. And Ajay Tevon is sending us some gifts. We are grateful. And then Jerry B had earlier said, hello, sir. Hello, Jerry B. How is life with you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. And then we have move it up. Mwabi is asking for akpo or akpo. There are two words in Ewe. One is called akpo, which means shield, to protect you. Akpo, shield. No, Ewe is a tonational language. Depend on the tone, then the meaning of the word. So when we say akpo, the asant is up, like asantegui is up, going up. And then when we say akpo, then it is coming down. Akpo simply means protection, a shield. And akpo means sack, like the Yoruba word for sack, akpo. So in every when you say akpo, we are talking about sack. Kotoku is akpo. But then akpo is a shield, something that you use to protect yourself from another thing. Thank you very much. And then secure owner. We say, can I join you people with my own akpo and feed it? If it has the same name, because there are so many different types of akpo. So if you have an akpo and it is not the one that we have, and we don't know what your akpo eats, so we may not know whether it is this. Ours is called Avla Akpo, Ada. The Akpo that we are going to feed is Avla Akpo, and it is Ada. But then there is another Akpo that I have, which is Hajagrana Chigbesi. It's also an Akpo, but it's totally different. And I don't feed the Hajagrana Chigbesi and Ablakpo together, because they are two different things. So if the Akpo you have is Ablakpo, and if its incantations are the same like our own, yes, you can bring it to come and feed it. Thank you, Abuja. And then we have a Mwambi say, good evening, Papa. How much is it, Papa, to get the Akpo? And there are so many things to buy to do it. If you want to know, please consult us privately. We will tell you. Yeah. One thing, the reason why I don't do so many things on this program is that there's a lot of people who are watching us and who are always trying to copy and create things that they have not learned properly. And before you know, they set up a TikTok or Facebook page trying to teach what I am teaching without really knowing what it is. This same thing had happened to our dear late friend, Dr. Cosmos Labi. He was teaching and somebody was copying him and was again teaching his things somewhere else under a different name. Or they created a pseudo page and they are using it to cheat people and take money. And when he tried to follow them to even take this case to court, eventually they were able to attack him physically and they were able to kill him. So on my program, there are so many things I will not teach openly, because there are some people who are only looking for an opportunity to cheat other people, and they take other people's genuine messages, twist it, and use it to scam others. So for me, I will not teach everything here. If you want to learn or ask me how much this, how much that, yes, you consult me personally, and I'll see your interest, and I'll see the type of person you are, and then I will let you learn. That's how I am, because I learned these things the hard way. I'm not going to sit down here and give to somebody who is an opportunist, sitting somewhere just trying to cheat people and use my hard-earned knowledge and wisdom to be cheating people. I wouldn't do that. I can choose to teach, I can choose not to teach. After all, nobody paid for my lessons. I paid myself. Thank you very much. And then secure owner say, Akpo is my life. I thank God that Akpo is your life. It is a very powerful thing. And then move it up, let's see. Then secure owner say, he already fight some battles for me and I don't even send him. Of course, you are not supposed to send Akpo before it fights for you. It's supposed to be guiding and protecting you. That's why it is called Akpo. And then secure and say, I'm initiated 9 years now. Okay. Where have you been initiated and who had initiated you? Maybe if I know the place and I know the name, if it sounds familiar, then I can say you are on the same line with us. If you can share where you were initiated, and at least you can share where you were initiated, that may give us an idea. You don't need to call the name of the person who initiated you. Thank you very much, secure owner. And then Mickey said, I dreamt a lot, and please move it on. The Universal Graphics, which say that Kwame Agboja. Thank you very much, Kwame Agboja, for joining this. Then Confessor say, if you have a spiritual dream, I don't know what it means. Okay, let's go up. Go up. Okay, we have passed these places already. Yeah. No. Let me see. Okay, Chaka. Okay, let's go up. And then we have Edem Kata. Say hello, Papa. Doing a great job. Thank you very much, Edem. I'm grateful. How are you? How is your family? I hope you are all fine. Thank you very much. Divina, have you eaten food? Yes. You sure? Yes. Otherwise, you can go inside and find something. Okay, great. Your haircut is nice. And then we have Selassie Boatin. Please, I want to do a fact consultation. Okay, Selassie, you can call. Somebody is at the gate, please. Selassie, you can book an appointment on our line, and they will guide you through the necessary things, and you can come for an Afa divination. Thank you. And then we have Jerry B. Say, hello, sir. Can I talk to you private? You can talk to me if you want to come and book an appointment. If you book an appointment, you will meet me. That's what I do. I don't do, what do they call it? African Magic Temple does not do things like money, things where they can double money or help people to scam others. We don't do those things. So if you want to talk with me, call the number. They will guide you how to talk with me. Thank you very much, Jerry B. Yeah, let's move on. We have Mike Eben Lebron. Say hello, sir. Please, I want to do the Apo. Call our number, please. And then Wabi say, Papa, will there be any human sacrifice when initiated into Apo? There had never been any human sacrifice when it comes to Voodoo practices. So please, don't mention these kind of things, because that is only a creation of Christianity and people who want to denigrate our culture to the background. there had not been any human sacrifices in voodoo practices. If you see anywhere that people had done any human sacrifices in voodoo practice, you should know that people were being scammed. They were told that they will make money for them, and they follow on that. And when they have taken your money and they could not do or provide you with what you wanted, and you keep pushing them, then they kill you. That's what happens. So voodoo practice has nothing to do with human sacrifices. So don't look at us that when we are doing anything in initiation or any spiritual practice, there will be a human sacrifice whatsoever. There isn't any. It does not exist. Maybe in the years gone, in our great grandfathers, their time, and Tivri there. Thank you very much. Let's move forward. Okay, so go to another platform and let's see. Okay, here we are. We have a Triku. Max say hi, Toboko. Hello, Triku. Triku. Okay, Max said hello, Toboko. Hello, Triku. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the section. And the Uabi was saying network. I think the network was having challenges. Then secure owner say I'm talking about the Kotoku. Yes, I know Akpo. Yes, that's why I'm saying that if your Akpo is the same like our own, they can all eat together. But if they are two different, because there are so many different Akpo, but they are all called Akpo, and they all have different incantations, and their sacrifices and things that they do for them are different. If what you have is the same like our own, they can eat together. There's no problem with that. Is your mother here? I think she's the one. She's the one coming. And then we have Muabi's Papa. I lost you because of network. Not sure if you have already answered. Okay, my answer is that there is no human sacrifices in Voodoo rituals. That one you should know. It was Christianity that has tried to denigrate our culture and our spirituality into the abyss. There is no religion in this world that has killed more human beings than Christianity and Islam. That's the naked truth. There is no religion in this world, or there is no way of worshiping God or the divine that has destroyed human beings more than Christianity and Islam. So when you talk about human sacrifices, look into Christianity, look into Islam. Don't look into traditional spirituality. It does not exist. When you see people killing anyone in our traditional spirituality, then you should know there was a scam, there was a deceit, there was cheating and thievery. Pure African traditional spirituality or voodoo does not sacrifice human beings. Christianity and Islam are the greatest people or religions that have sacrificed human beings in the name of God. Thank you. Let's move forward. And then security says Akpo Kotoku is not cheap. Yeah, of course, it's not cheap. Yeah. If they are doing the right one for you. Then we say, oh, okay, I understand, my dad. Thank you. And then we have Freskin at fk.com, at Freskin at fa.com. I don't understand that, but that's okay. And then Triku Max is saying, is there any specific thing I must come to you for help? I don't know. It's you who has problem. I'm not calling people to come to me for me to help them. So if you have something that you want people to do for you, let us know. I'm not calling people that please come to me so that I can help you. I am not that kind of spiritualist. Okay? So if Titriku Max, if you have a problem and you want to help, you can tell us. But we are not calling people to come to us for help. So please don't ever make this kind of comment on my program again, because I did not tell people that please come and let me help you. Let's move up. He said?
Uwabi sent 3 gifts.
Who?
Uwabi.
Uwabi. Okay, thank you very much, Uwabi. I'm grateful. Thank you. And then we have this Frisking at fk.com, and again saying, good evening, boss. I'm not a boss, I'm a teacher. So good evening. Yeah, thank you. Hope you are fine. Then we have Koklo saying, thank you, Baba. Hello, Amina. Thank you very much. And then what is it? The way I admire you, Papa, you're really a father of all nations. Hey, I become a Tamils. A father for all. Thank you, Wambi. I'm grateful. Thank you for that comment. I'm very compliment for that compliment. I'm grateful. Yes, let's move forward. And then we have a Bugatti. Bugatti One for Love. Good evening. How? Hello, Bugatti. How are you? Thank you very much and good evening to you. We are good and I hope you are fine too. And then OMB sent us, you are awesome 3 times. Okay, that also is a sub gift.
Yes.
Like the other day, I thought when Kojo sent it, or somebody sent it, and I thought it was just a compliment. I didn't know that it was a gift. Say you are awesome, awesome, and it has been sent 3 times. Thank you very much, Wambi. We are grateful for that. We are grateful. We are grateful. Thank you. So let's check other platforms if there is no more question. Okay, we have Duke Wealth saying good evening, sir. Hello, Duke. Good evening to you. Hope you are fine. And then Lovely again say good evening, Papa. Hello, Lovely. Good evening to you. And we have Felix saying that where are you located? I believe that's what is there.
Yeah.
Where is your location? We are in Ghana on the Spintex Road, Accra. Thank you. Then John Foley say good evening, sir. Hello, John Foley. Good evening. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Thank you for joining the section. And then Wabi say it's a gift, Papa. Okay, thank you very much. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you for all the things that you people are giving to us. We are grateful. Thanks a lot. You know, there's something that you miss. There's one say indie. Yeah, I think it's under Unwabi's this thing, or the person has gone. Okay, Richard So say good evening, sir. I am Richard. Please, someone is owing me. Can you help me so that the money is? I am not sure. I'm not a debt collector. However, if you come and do spiritual consultation and Afa and the deities and the spirits they say they can help you and give you a direction and you follow it, you will get your money. But I am not a debt collector spiritualist. Thank you. Okay, so we are now on YouTube. And we have Malvin M. Say greetings, Papa. I trust you are doing well. Yes, I am, and I hope you too are doing well. Then Malvin M. is enjoying today's session. I'm very grateful that you are enjoying the session. That's very good to hear. And then more meditate, sleep, relax, home, obey music. Say, so Papa, is it possible for you to ask your voodoos to bless, help someone just by telling it a name? Yes and no. When I pray for everyone, and I expect that my prayer will reach everybody. But if someone wants me to pray for them specifically in front of my voodoo, then the person must give me the things that I use in praying to my voodoo. The person must provide me with the items. Then I can approach my voodoo and tell the voodoo that this person has sent me these items to be given to you for this reason, for that reason, for that reason. That's the way I do my things. I'm not a Christian pastor who just say, I bless you in the name of Jesus. How many people they bless in the name of Jesus that had actually been blessed and received anything, if it was not just a sham? Let's face reality and the truth. If it were not just a sham, when somebody says, oh, I pray for you, I bless you, the person himself will need blessing. He's saying that he's blessing you. If you can bless people, why you can't bless yourself? If you want me to pray to my voodoos on your behalf, you have to provide me with the items that I will use to pray to you. And meditate, sleep, relax, obey music is for example, if I have Jokpata, can I ask him to go help protect someone far away from me? It is possible. It depends on how you relate to Jokpata. Spirits are there. It is the relationship that you have with your spirit that makes your spirit to work for you and work for other people. So This is the reason why someone can pray and their prayers will come through, and another person will pray, but they don't see results. It is the relationship that you develop with your spirits and your deities is what will make them to work for you and work for other people. So it depends on each and everyone. I can pray to Jopata to help people even if I am not in the shrine of Jopata. By mere thinking of Jopata and telling Jopata in my mind that this person is in this trouble, so go and help, Jopata will immediately go and do. But I cannot assure you that everybody else can do the same, because the relationship that I have developed with Jopata over the years may be different from the relationship with other people developed with Jopata. This is the difference. Thank you. And then meditate, sleep, relax, obese. Say, I learned that Afa has 256 verses that can be pointed to be the throwing of Gumaga. Please share any one verse, Odu, that may. I'm not here to share Afa Odus. I'm very sorry. Okay? If you want, you can get the books and you can read them. I'm not here to be sharing Afa Odus and explaining. This is not. Listen, Afa, I have already. You asked something earlier, and I told you we have 17 Odus in Ewe Afa. And this multiplied by 16 will give you 256. And each Odu pairs with another Odu to form a different Odu with its own history, stories, herbs, and its own sacrifices. But I'm very sorry, I'm not here to be sharing which Odu is this and this is what it is. I'm very sorry. If you want to learn from me, approach me and learn from me. God, there was this guy who was doing that before, but I think I cut him off. He will come and take information from me, and then he start teaching people as if it were his own. If you want to learn from me, do the right thing. Learn from me. Come and learn from me. Because I believe very strongly that you too, you have a platform that you tell people that you are a spiritualist. If you want to learn, come and learn, then you can teach people. Don't put it in this way. It means you are taking from me and then sharing it with other people as if it is your own knowledge. If you want to learn from me, do the right thing. I'm very serious and I'm a very straightforward person. And then I said, thank you, Bokor. A lot of things are being demystified. God bless the AMT. Thank you very much for everything. Let's move on. See, the reason why I'm saying this is that there are people who want to learn this spirituality, but they are not ready to pay money to learn it. They take your knowledge and share with other people and make them, other people pay them for the net knowledge they take from you without paying you. If someone wants to learn spirituality or learn anything, whether Voodoo or Afa or whatever, the person should come openly that, oh, I want to be your student, I want to learn. Then I will tell you that these are the conditions and these are the things that I'll take from you and I will teach you. But going in this way, it doesn't really work with me. I have had so many experiences with this. Please. And then we have Sila Amejisi Papa, please. How are deities named? Deities are named according to what names the deity gave to people. It's not we who choose the name of the deities. When you are working with spiritualists, like my mirror here, which is Abochi, it's not me who gave the name, and it's not my teacher who gave the name. The name came from the original source, the first people who had interaction with the spirit. And the spirit gave its name that my name is Abochi. And they start working with it and they call it and then they pass it on until I also received. So this is how spirits are. There is no, not me who will give a name to a spirit. Then if such things happen, then I begin to be a liar and deceive people. Like one guy from South Africa who said that he has created a mirror, a magic mirror of his own. And he wanted to know whether the mirror will work or it will not work. And I say, you created a mirror on your own, and you are coming to ask me whether it will work or not. Am I the one who created it for you before I will tell you that it will work? Am I the one who is the authority on what you have created? You see how people's mind are? They think they are smart, but they don't know they are stupid. Because you went and created something and you say you created a magic mirror. Do you think that creating a magic mirror is just by a name that I created a magic mirror? Do you know what went into the process, the guidelines and everything to do before the mirror is able to communicate with you? And you are asking me whether what you have created in South Africa, whether it will work. See, so it's not us who gave the names to the spirits or the deities. The deities gave their names to people they work with, and that name had continued following. No, you don't find. Sila say, does it come with its name, or you have to find a name for it yourself? When you are initiated, it comes with the name of the spirit that you are being initiated into. You don't find the name for it yourself. The name is already there. It's just like they call somebody Kojo. Whether the person is in Kumasi or is in Navrongo, if his name is Kojo, that is his name. It's not that Navrongo people can choose to give him some name to be able to call it easy, but Kojo will not be missing in the name at all. So we are not the ones who create the names for the spirit. They already come with their own names. Yeah. Thank you very much, Sila, for that beautiful question. Okay, let's move and see other platform. What is the time now? It's 7 o'clock?
6:14.
Oh, 6:14. So we have some few more minutes to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are back on TikTok. Hold on. Go down. Bring it down. Yeah. So we have Richard. So a good evening, sir. I'm Richard. Please, someone. Okay, we have read that one. Then Richard. So I say, well, will be paid. I don't know what it means, that one, but well be paid. Okay, let's move up. And then we have Aga GH. Say good evening. Good evening, Aga GH. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the Agabire. I think so. Okay, no problem. Thank you. And how are you? Then we have Richard So who say, okay, thank you, sir. You are welcome. Then when I visit today's session, I'm laughing one way. Why? As I'm just saying it as it is, pure as a gold. I'm not cutting off things, because there are some things that are going on, and if I don't speak about it, nobody will speak about it. So let me be as plain as a whistle. Thank you. Let's okay. One be say you are responses. Your responses are, Papa, are on another level. Okay. Yes. Okay. Don't worry. Sometimes I am in that mood. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mwabi. Let's move on. And then the great father say, Father, please location. We are on the Spinters. I say, hi, Father. Good evening to you, the great Father. Your number, please. Our number is in our profile, and then our location is on the Spinters Road. Call and book an appointment. Thank you. Okay, I think we are okay now. Okay, we don't have so many questions anymore. And on ReVodution, Voodoo education, we don't have. in every cosmology, there is one God who only creates human beings. There is the other one who created the world, and there's one who oversees it. So the Mau Ese is the one that creates each and every individual. So for you to be born on a Monday, to be born in America, born in Japan, or born wherever, it is so destiny is the one that directs your way. When it makes you fall down, makes you wake up, makes you to grow up, makes you to become a leader or fail in life. It's all your destiny. Everything that happens to you in life, to get a good husband, a good wife, a good job, good education, parents that you will be born to, is all directed by destiny. You can be born by poor parents, but that's what your destiny chose for you. But then with that poor parents, maybe through their guidance, in a way, that's how you will be. So are people also born in royal houses, and everything is on silver platter? They eat with golden spoons. It is their destiny. So destiny is the most powerful part of God in our culture. So today, what I'm going to do is that I had already removed the bad destiny or the negative destiny for the person we are going to work for. And it's already gone. Now he has lived his life for a while, and he felt that no, the bad destiny had been removed and things are moving for him, but he wants to really invite that God into his life, to be fully in charge of him, and he will be in charge of the to direct his own destiny to whichever goal he wanted to get to. So that is what we are going to do today, to set it has been molded already. Make the whole essay from the beginning. To include bathing, clothing,
the divination chain that is being thrown.
Okay, so we have our brother Selassie Boatis. I'm glad to be part of today's session. Thank you very much, Selassie. I'm happy that you are here. I'm just saying it is as plain as a whistle, no blemish at all, very clean. A lot of people have funny ideas about spirituality, and a lot of people try to deceive others and make them look superhuman. We are all human beings, and nobody is a superhuman.
Now I'll point it to you. This is where the reading is telling you that because of this, that's why it said so. Because of that, it said so.
Okay, we have an Urban Gorilla April LLC
and what Oracle has said.
Thank you.
Then when we are on the same page now,
thank you for
understand
joining
that,
the section. And then meditate, sleep, relax, and always say, I don't have a platform. I'm just a student. Forgive me, Bokor. Do you have a library? Very interesting class today. I don't have a library,
So if these
but I'm
things
sure
are
you
not
can
done,
find
and
afar
Bokor just throw
teachings
Gumaga,
on
whether
TikTok,
the Gumaga
on
speaks or not,
Facebook,
they say, oh, this is
YouTube.
what
There are
I
so many
spoke for you,
people
and you
who
also
are
did
teaching
not tell
about
the
all
Bokor
the
that no,
different
this is not what I
Odus.
spoke.
Some
And the
people
Bokor
too,
went
that is the
back
kind of
into
thing
the reading to
they have
ask Afa
interest in
what
teaching.
you are now speaking.
I don't
and
have
asking
interest in
Afa
teaching
until
those
Afa
things, how
agrees
to
and tells the
people
right thing
call
to
and
do.
ask you, what is this
Sometimes
Afa
a
Odu or
reading will
Afa
be done,
Poli, and then
rituals will be
you
done,
read it
but you
for
will
them.
not see the effect. Things that are going wrong in your life will continue going wrong in your life. And
So
sometimes it even goes worse.
there are so many, but I don't have any library
And
to
one more thing
recommend to
is
say
that
go and read this book, to read that
there are
book
different
as far as Afa is
type
concerned.
of Bokor.
Yeah, I'm
And
now
let me use the
writing
Ewe
my
word.
notes for my children and my
Bokor.
students in the
There
future.
are different,
Yeah, that's what I'm writing down slowly,
types
slowly.
of Bokor.
Maybe one day when it is
And
complete.
then this
But I don't think we are
being
going to
initiated
publish it and
into
give it
Fa
to the public.
alone
We will
does not
give it to
guarantee
only
that
our
when you do
students. Yeah.
a reading
Thank you.
or
Thank
you do
you.
a sacrifice,
And then on
it will be successful.
TikTok, I have our sister, Professor
There are
Jackie
so many
Louise Harris.
people who
Say greetings. I have been
initiated
quiet
into
as my
Fa.
mother
Instead of them
and uncle
taking the
died
time
within
to
a
learn
month of each
the
other.
working
Oh,
of Fa and how
sorry,
to do
Prof. I've
a
seen
ritual
your
to make the
mother's
ritual
this on
work for the
Facebook.
people.
I think you
Lot
posted
of
it. And
people,
oh,
or
sorry
lot of,
to hear
Bokors
that.
are in
And
a
then
hurry
one
to
of
make
them
money,
was 100
to
years,
say I'm
and
a
the other
Babalawo,
98
I am
processing.
a
Oh,
Yanifa,
100 years,
I am
the
this, so
person
that
is gone
they
home.
start
That's how
thinking,
we
oh,
will
I am
see
a
it in
Vedusi,
every.
I'm a
100 years, the
Vusi,
person
I'm a
has gone
Voodoo.
home, and even
And
98
quickly
years,
start
they are blessed.
do work for
You don't need
just
to
because they
lament
are
over this
interested
because
in
nobody
it.
lives forever.
They may
Yeah,
do
no human being is going to
ritual for
live
you, but
forever.
it will
Even
not work
Jesus
because they
Christ
have
died.
not learned
How much more
the
we people who are
intricacies
not
of
called children
how
of
to
God?
do
So nobody,
ritual
you have to be rather
for the
celebrating
ritual to be
their
successful.
exit because
And then
the
there are
human
some
body after
initiations
100
that
years will not be
you as a
normal.
Bokor,
It
you
will be
need to
suffering
get,
if they
so
leave
that
it
when you
behind
get
and
that
maybe come back in
initiation,
another
when
new
you
form
do a
in the
ritual,
future. That's
no
what we
matter
should pray
what,
for.
the spirit
Thank you
world
very
will
much,
have to respond
Professor
and
Jackie
make it
Louise
happen.
Harris.
But majority of
I'm
Bokors
grateful.
do not even know that such things exist. That's the irony or the pity of the whole thing, that some Bokors didn't even know that such things exist, that you can only be a Voodoo Bokor, whereby when you do a ritual, the ritual will surely come true. So a lot of people do rituals for people, and if sometimes some will work, some will not work. But if you are a Voodoo Bokor, no matter whatever you do,
I
whether
think
you even
somebody
know
who is
it well
100
or you
years
don't know
and
it well,
passed
it
on.
must happen.
It's very
Because
painful
you have
because
reached a stage
because
where
of the
spirit
relationship
world
that you have
speaks with one voice with you.
developed with them.
And these are things that
And
some people do not
if
know.
they
So
leave, you
Sena
will
Kweli,
definitely feel
that is
their
it.
absence.
Sometimes
But
people
nobody
get,
lives forever.
reading and rituals are done, and they don't get the results because the person doing this has not even reached the level of doing a ritual for you to make the rituals.
Okay, so we have a.
And maybe the person himself also didn't know. He just he only felt that because I'm now.
Please, I'm trying to
initiated,
put
I
this
can also
back
do.
onto.
This is the problem.
This in
Many
the.
people do
I
not know.
checked the
That's why
question and
at our shrine,
get it
African
back so
Medicine
that
Center,
we
when
can.
we do
I think
rituals,
Professor
only the Bokors and the people you see
Jackie
they put their hands
Louise
into
has left, but I've sent her
the
a
ritual
message.
in the sense that
Okay, we are on TikTok again, and then we have Selassie.
Bokors
But
may
I'll
be
try
there,
to book an appointment and
if they
speak
haven't
to a
got
great
it
one.
Voodoo,
Thank you very much,
we will
Selassie.
not
We
let
will
them
be
put their
expecting
hands
you, and
directly.
you are
They can assist
always
in many other ways,
welcome.
but until they get Voodoo,
And then
they
we have
cannot
Big Sister
bind
Luna
the
Nicole. We
ritual
say,
to
Papa,
work.
do you see
These
my
are the
question?
keys
I
that
think
make
we haven't
this
seen
our
your
work
question.
very, very interesting.
Eh?
And then Sena
You saw
Kweli
it?
went, what is
Did
the
I
reason
read it?
for changing your
What
hands
was the
during
question?
libation? Okay, my changing of hands during libation, I always
Okay,
say
there's
it here, but I'll say it
there's
again.
one here.
I use the right hand to pray to my Vodus and to living entities and
Yeah.
Vodus that are living. And I use my left hand to pray to.
I said, Papa, can you have
ancestors who
one
have
human
passed
guy
on
who is
to
not
the
an
other side
ancestor?
of life?
Yes, of course.
So
You can
that's
always
why I
have human guys
my hands.
who may not
That's
be an
what my
ancestor,
father
may
did.
be
That's what
a
my
spirit
teachers
guide.
did, and that's what I have learned.
who is not an ancestor. Deities also guide people. Spirits guide people.
You can do reading.
Even Mami Watas are also spirits. They also guide people, but they are not our ancestors. But they guide us. Like Luampu, which has been guiding me from how long? Maybe 37 years ago. He was an ancestor, but not directly connected to me. But for me, it was more of a spirit than an ancestor.
So it is
because I do not come from their lineage. So I consider him a spirit, but not an ancestor. But to some people, he is an ancestor. So you can have spirit guys, Togwejopata and all these are guides. They are guiding. They are not ancestors. They are deities. Thank you. And then we have I think we are going move now that I have answered Luna Nichols, big sister Luna Nichols. And then yes, now I have read your question. I think I read the first one when you said water ancestors. That one I don't believe so. And then big sister Luna Nichols said, Papa, can one have it will kill you? Human guide who is not an ancestor. The same question. Yes, you can have a guide who is not directly your ancestor.
Make sure
but it could be an ancestor of other people, and that spirit can be guiding you too. Like I was talking about the Luampu, which is a Thai ancestor whom I had been introduced about 37 years ago, and has been guiding me. Sometimes when I am doing a reading, he comes in to give me direction. Yes.
I first explained to you that Christopher Voncujovi, or Bokor Christopher Voncujovi, I am not God.
There we have her spirit medicine, Enuledo. Papa, thank you for this time when you are teaching us. I saw your video on abortions needing spiritual work to be done. Does spiritual work need to be done for miscarriages as well? No. Miscarriages are not abortion.
Problems that you speak on your monies.
A lot of people may misconstrue miscarriages to be abortion, unless, of course, you, the woman, had actually taken some abortion medicines, but telling people that it was a miscarriage.
And being a Bokor,
I don't know whether that is very clear. Maybe a woman getting pregnant that didn't want to keep the pregnancy, but a person did not want other people to know that she did not want to keep the pregnancy, and she took some abortion-related medication, and then she loses the child, and she calls it miscarriage. But if it is just a mere miscarriage that without your desire and you couldn't hold the baby and it comes, it is not abortion, and I don't know any ritual or spiritual implication for miscarriages. I only learned about having the patient to wait. This is Africa Magic Temple, ReVodution, Voodoo Education, live Q&A session with Bokor Christopher Voncujovi. Thank you all very much. I'm going to pour libation, and then after that, I'll read your greetings, comments, and your questions. Thank you all very much for joining today's section. I'm very grateful. Thank you. Oh, ago mauga, mauga sobolisa medo ago, mauga kitikata medo ago, mauga se medo ago. Se joto ame joto, se nanu ame sete nanu ame woman vi, dokuna vi. Woman vi me bien anu dokuna vi ogbena, dokuna vi me bien anu woman vi ogbena, se meyo. Esenye popolipo. Esenyo amenyo, esegla amegla, se Georgie amepo jijo. Medo ago. maybe I know got them molo. May your shame ham for a show, me for a show, but me do a go. Me abraxas, me hoje adre po do go, eu tadre to we vino kuna. O verso atom, o verso a cameio me do a go. E me yo miano zogie, anyidu zo kakachi kazu boje adre, me ala fa banya me la kwe banya go, njuru hono me yo ra kekelo, wonya ingba ma jo flo, afa pla ingba ma do adika. Wonya vile me matekulo, eteku, etega. O me yo akain bechi o kain ngoli o kain jebo ba kain busu o kain trovo ba kain menyu ba kain dufia ba kain mami o ta ba kain hage ba kain peli pa bi me gba haja do lo ko pre ba mo doje fi to ba sro me te doje me yo mi nu da o me yo mi hogba be wo ka ko pe me o zango o yo mi pe vi da mi ba we de ma pe le monitor ji ma pe le ke o le showing zango me yo mi pe vi o be mi hogba se yo ra ke wo jo pata jo maku afoke me vol mo jo chi me vol vudo me gbere ko ko atole fofo me jogbenye ohebe jogbenye metona ya momoju toa anukware kwe venyi o le fe me peto ba jo tuzo pledu o me no te fere ka jopata be ye le hafi ejovon va jo nye jopata o fe fia jopata metrona me gbeda molo abi fagbe elie dina jopata ne no anyi apemia ajolo jopata nya te fe me yo me se me gbo jire to togbe de nte afa pelu ti zgbolu ajima ogboju pro doja lo fe nko me valenti fa me va lo jona pefu ago sapate me yo atigeli me yo goro do me ro ke lafia me yo me gase se geja papa sese se togbe geje ba kwa ha enu ye mi abedu me wonu ile too dark it's very dark me yo brahini me yo gbogbochi me yo ngbe me yo foli koko mo le ke gomle godo kluche kuma kama ga tabunyo ekuto mo ne fana mi lo me yo tonyo kosi poku akubye no nye mary akoso go kufoni ko geje tasinya amousi fusi jam koso abra kobra mama nye gbodwe mba mama nye gbodwe mba mama nye duro ye pe mba pekuno tabunyo akubya mensa me yo mi opete kuto mo ne fana mi me yo me asra el vachicha chufia kubia Cecilia pene katepe mensa kutoba na fanami yo penye Celestine ya wakubia Katrina kubia fo yanse seko de fo ya obena kubia kutoba na fanami gongongo ya uno tuji bako tuji tagwe tuji me yora keke okini hasu sepo nchi ya barasu baragona na kutoba na fanami yo bako adafli so sofa hu agbovi bako afacha ojo de hunu le va akpo hunu le gbe ba avega togba maze kutoba na fanami me togba na ni tire tule jita togba Abraham jive no le chama togba fiato Simon Kabila be jina sia kotime otobako mufialaga kutubana fanamilo emeyo amenga koku anatovi ankaima eyora keke kutubana fana yo happy koso baji Harrison George ajovu togwe fiato Simon Kabi meyo mi apete kutubana fanami yo Daniel Levier Marela Agbaru Nigeria animal kutubana fana lo gongo meyo Bokor comme la Azuma Agbovi toboko kwa mi ajoge kutubana fanami meyo Denis Venunya asense yo Ruben Komla akobia kutubana fanami gongo meyo Trevivio Brahim vio gejevio kubia vio gbevio po ijilo mbatonya ngwa teshi matema matitulu carpenter road vio Spinters road vio betema fo harara me kutubana fanami yo meyo abochi sakrakame chwa be adogo oko to kolido onko okunumaku wagbere nagbere tobe yo ale acho okabe ofran tamani fifinin ko abisinkra okufito jabaku ochotu akufito he kufi atra kable godogo meyo mi abete dagbere agbeji meyo mi do akwe dagbe vida gbasi dagbe keke mo beji jema la se simple agbe didi meji meyo mi do meyo gogli beji otonu epe do ago nami yo meyo adela pojo avli bebe fo na pa na ji do gbe la o han ade poposa anja peto jigle po ache togbe ade klama cha chuchi hoho mayora keke mo kwa hara na mi obete dagbe ala mesese ngogbe yi eme bialo asine di doneva keke me fa na mi no ago na di le mi abekponu mi wodo mi pota na mi chasi mi pota na mi desro mi pota na mi jifi mi pota na mi chirinya volo mi chirinya vo gongo togbe mama peti me yo togbe apla po segesugu opo hara na keke Nyatape, mayo, miapite, gong. Kai, ahanami kakasia. Anami piti. Yamayo, afanagon, afagbo majeso. Okwepesu pepere tomozo, leme dakpa vidi. Mayo kwali bemeji, ekumeji, wali meji, jimeji, losu meji, ngoli meji, abla meji, akala meji, guda meji, sameji, kameji, trupe meji, tula meji, lete meji, chemeji, fumeji, kwali tula mayo. Klevo vire kwa kwa tabado, bwa tabado, nyande, papo ene dilo, dagbe. Lama sisen klabo ni jima yami lolo. Ago, ne dilo nyawe kwa mse. Yeah, okay, we are ready to go now that I have just poured libation. I hope you can all hear me very clear and loud. I will start reading your questions. I will start from TikTok and which is ours. Are this all our own? Okay, we have Dede Sika, number 2, saying greetings, great one. Hello, Dede. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. We are very grateful that you join. I hope you and your loved ones are all fine. And then I have a 2H blogger, Sopode. Say greetings, Papa. Hello, 2H blogger. How are you? Thank you all very much for joining today's session. I hope you and your loved ones are fine. Thank you. So let's go on. Move the. We have African Unities saying Togbe Enuledo Togbe. Hello, African Unity Enuledo. Thank you very much for joining today's section. Okay. And then we came on YouTube. We have Fred Aqua 74550. Please, is this video also live on TikTok? If so, please, what is the channel to follow on TikTok? And African Magic Temple reply hello at Fred Aqua 7450. You can watch us live on TikTok via https www.tiktok.com/Africa Magic. Thank you. And then Fred Aqua went on to say, teacher, please, there is stone deities which were discovered in Turkey called Gobekli Tepe. Please, is it any way, every language or link with Voodoo? I cannot tell because I don't even know about what you are saying. I have no idea, so I can't tell whether it is Gobekli Tepe. I don't know anything about whatever was found in Turkey, so I can't answer that question. I talk about things that I know of. If I have some idea, and then maybe in my next live section, I may be able to tell you something, but I have no idea and I cannot speak on that. Thank you very much for that. Then we have Juliet Tia 6677 saying, good evening, Papa. Hope you and AMT family are well. Yes, Juliet, we are all very well, and I hope you too, you are fine. Thank you very much. And then we have Bokor Shamba Musa saying, good afternoon, Papa. Hello, Bokor. How are you? Thank you very much. I hope you and your loved ones are fine. How is your mom and dad and your big brother? I hope all of you are fine. You are welcome to the program. Thank you very much. We should stop the video from playing so that I can see this one live, because the video is still the one that is showing the last week's video. We have Mama Yvonne Ekua Mohammed, that's the mother of Shamba Musa, saying, "Greetings, brother Christopher. I dreamt a small snake bite my finger. I pulled it off and started to get dizzy." I don't understand that dream, but okay. And Mama Kuya Mohammed went on. I did spit in the toilet. That's good. That's good that you had a spit in the toilet. That means you neutralize it. I don't understand what it means. Sometimes snake can be a mami water, but then to bite you, that's why I don't understand. But once you have done the toilet rituals, I believe things will be fine. Thank you very much for joining the section. So we are on Voodoo ReVodution, Voodoo Education on Facebook, and we have Charles Graham say, "Good afternoon, Togbe. Hope you are well. I watched most of your events in Thailand and how splendid it was. Welcome home." Thank you very much, Charles. I hope you are fine. Yes, Thailand was very, very interesting because I hadn't been there for more than 20 years plus. So my going this time was a special presentation, I would say. My friend Kunyuari did a wonderful job of her welcoming me and my family, and we really had a good time with her. Thank you very much, Charles Graham. I'm grateful. I hope you and your loved ones are doing well. Thank you very much. And then we have Deus Caritas SS. Hello, Togbe. My question is, have you ever heard of people using ghosts or the dead like a deity? Is this discouraged in Ewe Vodu? Thank you. Yes, of course, people in our culture, they do necromancy, they contact the dead. And then there is a voodoo that there's a group of people who practice a voodoo by a dead person. And when you hear the name Kukuto, there are certain people, they call them Kukuto. Are they up? They went up. Yeah. When you hear the name Kukuto, it's a name, it's a kind of a voodoo that is usually the dead person becomes the voodoo. The person who is in charge of the voodoo when he dies, they will install they will install a new person who will now use the person who has passed on to give informations to him to do his voodoo. So it is not something that is discouraged. It's part of our tradition. But being part of our tradition, that is supposed to be for Clubhouse. It's not coming. So it's not anything bad because voodoo is very large. So many things are involved. So the field and the part that you know is what you do. I don't know so much about that aspect, but people do use a dead person's body who will be buried, and then it becomes the channeler. The channel is spirits through that dead person. Because in every cosmology, we believe that while human beings die, they become spirits. So if you can tap into that person who is no more a physical being, but was once a human being, that person spirit will be able to look beyond the iron curtain and be able to give you information on this side. So it is not something that we discourage it. It is part of voodoo practice. If that is the field that you have come across, study, learn more about it, and know more about it. That's all that I can say. If you don't find it attractive, you don't have, it is not a problem. You can leave it and go on to what you find attractive. Voodoo is vague. It's very big, and there's no end to it. So that's why I don't condemn anybody who is practicing whatever they are practicing. When you ask me a question concerning what other people do and I don't know anything about it, I will just tell you straightforward that I don't know anything about it. So what I don't know, I don't teach. But this is something that I have an idea, but I don't know it. I've never practiced. I've never been part of such groups, but they practice it and people get benefit from it. So thank you very much, Dale. You people come, Kofi. Since when did you people start going up and jumping there? Please, people who are listening to me, hold on. May yamemi here. Meka ihu bedemona mbe mi anojibo holia. Mi aba onka. Next time, you people you go there again and then you see. Sorry, I have to caution the children. They started climbing the story building and all this. And if anything happens to them, I am here doing this, and I won't be able to know. So Deus again say hello again. You said everyone has different destinies, but Afar gives us blueprints, and of course we have the blueprints, or people share the same Odu. Yeah, people can share the same Odu because there are only 256 Odus in Afar. Even though it is said that it is more than 256, but 256 is the well-known one. But some others say there's more and it has no ending. So there is a high possibility that you and another person may have the same Odu fall for you as your destiny path. But in the Ewe Vodu, the destiny that you have is yours. So when another person have your blueprint or the same blueprint that you have, there is high possibility that you and that person share certain kind of behavior and certain kind of things. That's what it is in Afa. So there are not even possibility. There are people who share the same destiny blueprints as the one you have. For instance, there is this gentleman, Tura Irete, African Divine Portals in Nigeria, Chibuzo, who has the same destiny path blueprint like mine. And he visited me here when he got to know that I have the same thing. So he is also a teacher, teaching like I am doing on his own in Nigeria. So when people have the same destiny path or blueprints, you share some kind of trails. So it is possible. Can we know why 3 different destinies may share Afa Odu? I don't know why 3. Is it 2? Why 2 different destinies may share Afa Odu? I don't know why, but because there are only 256 Odus that we know more about. But the truth is that there are more than 256 people in this world. So if there are only 256 Odus that we have been using to work with, and there are more people than 256 in this world, definitely people will share the same kind of destiny blueprints. But even then, there will be differences in individuals, because like a thumbprint, your thumbprint may look like somebody's own, but the people who study thumbprint would see the difference. Thank you. And then we have Kofi Mompi. Say greetings from Agura Hills, California. Is it?
Yes.
Is it California?
Yes.
Agura. Okay. You are welcome, Kofi Mompi. Thank you very much for joining our section. We are grateful. Hope you and your loved ones are good. Thank you very much for joining like our African Magic Temple ReVodution Voodoo Education live. And then we have Kofi Mompi say, Afa, I'm also Ewe Kamsusi Lamboni Sali. I don't understand that word. Say, I am Afa, I'm also Ewe Kamsusi Lamboni Sali. Okay, I don't understand what that means anyway. Thank you very much, Kofi Mompi. And then we have Wu Chao. Say, good evening, Bokor. I really like the setup. Your background is very beautiful. You have modernized Voodoo for us. Thank you, Papa. Thank you very much, Wu Chao. We are very grateful, and you are seeing whatever we are doing. We are just doing our best to be able to bring our traditional knowledge to people, to our people, and to people who have a desire to learn more about themselves. I'm very grateful that you have you like the way our things are going. However, whichever way a Voodoo is presented, it is fine. It is Voodoo. In our tradition, Voodoo is the way it is. It looks chuckly, but it's the way it is. Even though we are sitting in office or sitting in a good place because we are presenting this thing. When we go back into the shrines, you see the chuckly about the Voodoo there. That's how it is. That's how it works. Thank you very much, Wu Chao. Thank you. I'm grateful. And then we have our sister, big sister Yvonne Ekuya Mohammed, the mother of Bokor Shamba Musa, saying thank you. And thank you to Mama Yvonne. We are grateful. We on YouTube. So on YouTube, we have Malvin 1068 saying, greetings, Papa. I trust you and the family are fine. Yes, Malvin, we are doing very well. And how are you doing? I hope you and your loved ones are also fine. Thank you very much for joining today's section. And then we have Juliet 667A say, hi, Papa. Juliet here. I'm overdue for a visit. Can you please speak about the meaning of witches in Voodoo? What are those energies? How can we guard against it? Okay, hello, Juliet. Thank you very much. I think witchcraft is also another energy, and you can also call it because when we say Voodoo, we are talking about spirit in general. There are Vodus that are also called witches Voodoo. Anna Voodoo. That's how the Avis call it. Anna Voodoo means Voodoo for witches. And some of these Anna Voodoos are for people who have them to use it to prevent witches from attacking them. But there are some people who also go into Voodoo to learn witchcraft itself in order to use it for whatever reason they go in for. So for witchcraft, it's more not the Voodoo, but it is more of a mental wave where someone thinking negative about you, that person's negative waves affect your positive waves, and then the parallelity of your waves will be disrupted. Then the way you want things to go may not go the way you want it. That's what is all witchcraft about. Witchcraft is mental energy. So we can call all of ourselves that we are all witches, and at the same time we are all angels. How are we all witches? In the sense that if you are negatively thinking about someone and your negative thoughts are able to affect the person, Kofi, get me water in the cup. Take my cup here. We are all witches, and at the same time, we are all no. Use this white one. And the same time, we are all not witches, or we are all angels. So if your mental thought waves are affecting another person, to that person, you are a witch. But maybe to the people you love, and if you use your thought waves to help them to develop or move forward or wish them good luck, then to them you are not a witch. But whoever you use your negative mental energy to affect, then to that person, the person will regard you as a witch. So witchcraft is a mental wave or energy that people just a mental wave that is directed in a negative way. So to prevent yourself from such people, you do things like putting some amulets, talismans, and also having a stronger energy or spirit that can protect and prevent such things coming towards you, or when they come to you, they don't affect you, but they bounce back. You need a protection around you to be able to overcome them. But sometimes when you do a reading, and in the reading, and it shows that witches are attacking you, then when you do the necessary vosa or the rituals that the reading or the oracle will direct you to do, you realize that you kick the witches away from you for a while. You cannot 100% and totally push them away from you forever, because as long as you are interacting with other human beings, there is a tendency that some people will like you and some people will not like you. And the people who do not like you, their thought waves or their mental energies can affect you. So if you recluse yourself from society and you are living in like an abbot, wherever you may be, then maybe that's the only way you can avoid them. But no one can live like that. Even those who are abbot, they have to eat, they have to drink, and they need to interact with some people. So you can never know who likes you or who does not like you. It is only when you start feeling the negative waves, that's when you feel that something is not going on well. And in most readings, if such waves are affecting your progress or development, we will call it witchcraft, and we will tell you what to do to avoid them. But it's not something you can permanently avoid. You can only cut them off from time to time when they arise in your, or they appear in your life. So, Juliet, that's how it is. I hope you and your family are all doing well. Thank you very much for joining today's section. And Juliet went on to say, also, your Thailand visit was a pleasure to watch. Thank you for sharing. Thank you too for joining today's section. I'm grateful. I thought you were still here. I didn't know you left. Okay. Anyway, I wish you well. Anytime you are ready to come, I am around. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Is that the last one on that? Okay. Let's go to TikTok and see if we have some more questions. This is African Magic Temple on Facebook. Okay. We have Mama Ekia saying, thank you. Yeah, that's good. Thank you very much, Mama Ekia Muhammad. That's mother of Shamba, Bokor Shamba Musa Muhammad. And then we have Tata Boki. I think Tata Boki is coming from far away in Chicago. Okay. And then Tata Boki, many blessings to you and your family, my brother. I wanted to ask, is initiation into Voodoo separate and different from Afa? Yes, they are. Initiation into Voodoo is different from Afa initiation. And even in initiation into Voodoo, there are 1,000,001 Voodoos, and each one that you want to work with, you have to be initiated into it. So one single initiation into a particular Voodoo does not give you the guarantee that I am initiated into Voodoo. You can only say I am initiated into this Voodoo. The name of the Voodoo you have been initiated into must be mentioned, that I was or I am initiated into this Voodoo, because there are 1,001 Voodoos that are there. So you can't get one single initiation into one single Voodoo and then say that you have been initiated into a Voodoo. You must mention the name of that Voodoo. However, when you are initiated into Fa, you can say I am initiated into Fa. And maybe people will ask you, which type of Fa have you been initiated into? If it is a Anago, if it's a Jisa, if it is Gogo, if it is a Amije, Kwaliga, or whatever. So Afa also have all these things, but Afa is more unified. So once you are initiated into Afa, you are initiated. But Voodoo is an individual thing. There are certain Voodoos that many other people did not ever hear about. They've never heard about it before. So when you say you are initiated into a Voodoo, people will ask you, which Voodoo have you been initiated into? And maybe the person who is even asking you that question that has never heard about that Voodoo before. So initiation into Voodoo is totally different from the initiation into Afa, because there are so many different Voodoos. Yeah. If you look on my table, I don't know whether it shows in this. Each one is a Voodoo on their own. These are all Voodoos. So when you are initiated into Voodoo, you can't say that I'm initiated into Voodoo. There are so many Voodoos. This one, each one you are seeing here, I have been initiated into them. That's why I can work with them. That's why I can use them. You people couldn't get the Bokor Christopher on the this. This is a ReVodution Voodoo. You are using ReVodution Voodoo for the. I don't even know whether we are on.
Oh, yes.
It's on.
Yes.
So it's not the same like the way it used to show. So Tata Bokwi, that's it. To be initiated into Voodoo is totally different from the initiation into Afa. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So check any other place and let's see if we have other things. I think we are done with that. Okay, we have a Odogu Desire. I say good evening, Papa. Hello, Odogu Desire. How are you? I hope you and your loved ones are fine. Thank you very much for joining today's section. You are very welcome to the program. Let's move up. And then we have our big sister, Luna Nicole. Say blessing, Papa. I'm grateful to join you all for today's section. I hope everyone is well. Yes, we are all fine here, and I also hope that everyone else is well. And how have you been? How is your health, and how is everything with you and your loved ones? Thank you very much for joining today's live section. And the big sister Luna Nicole said, I'm not going to interact much today, Papa, but I'll be listening in the background. Thank you very much, big sister Luna Nicole. We will be talking and you can listen. And then we have someone with the name Spiritual Code. Papa, are you from Ghana or Togo? Mr. Spiritual Code, I am an Ewe man. I can come from anywhere. Ewes are in Ghana. Ewes are in Togo. Ewes are in Dahomey, which is now Benin Republic. And Ewes are in Nigeria, around the Badagry enclave. So I am an Ewe man. I come from Ewe land. Thank you. And then we have Idris Musa. I say, I love an old boy in the house. Okay, thank you very much. Then we have Lauren Kim. Say good evening, Papa. Hello, Lauren Kim. Thank you very much for joining today's section. I hope you are fine and your loved ones are all doing well. We are very grateful that you joined today's section. And then we have Eteka saying, please, my name is Eteka Oyo. How can I have your contact? Because I need to visit you. Okay, Eteka, our number is in our profile. It's 0262 367578. But we are writing it again in the program. We'll pin it so that anyone who want to find our number can take it from here. So we are in Ghana on the Spinters Road in Accra. Thank you very much. And then we have bit 9. Say, how do you know the work you are doing is what you are called for? Okay. If the work you are doing makes you happy and you derive joy from the work you are doing, not because of the money that comes with it, then your inner self is happy. And it may be the work you are called, or not. That word to call for is more of a Christian and religious word, that someone is called for something. I don't really buy that word. But what I would say is that if you are doing something and you are happy about it, and anytime you are doing that and you feel joy and happiness, then that is the work that your destiny is happy to do with you. That's how I would put it. The call for are mostly Christians and religious people who say that you have been called. I've been called. I don't believe in calling anybody. If you are born with it, you are born with it. You don't need to be called for it. Thank you. And then bit 9 say, is it the same question? So bit 9 again went on to say, please, how do you know your gift from God? I don't know how you know your gift from God. I cannot tell how you know your gift from God. You can go and find out from people who do divination and listen to find out what is your gift from God. I cannot tell how a person can know that this is my gift from God. I'm sorry. And then we have a user 33962402257 say hello. Hello to you, user. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. Hope you're fine. Then we have BBO Ni saying hi. Hello, Ni. How are you? Thank you very much. And then BBO Ni say, please, what do you do? I talk about spirituality. That's what I do. Let's move on. You have a spiritual code saying, okay, thank you. You speak beautiful English. Does that really matter? English is not my language. My language is Ewe. We all learn it in school. So that is it. And then we see our friend Manuel the Magician joining our program. Say, oh, Papa. Thank you very much, Manuel. How are you? I've been watching your shows and everything. You are doing very well. I'm very happy to see you doing very well. I'm grateful that you joined today's section. Hope you and your loved ones are doing well. Thank you. And then Idrisu Musa, I say, thank you so much, Papa. You are very much welcome, Idrisu. I'm grateful that you joined the section here. You asked the question. And then Mr. XO or Mr. Zo say, please, are you the same person who come on TV shows to perform magic? You look like him. Yes, I am the magician, Christopher Voncujovi. Then we have Nayan say, teacher, please, there's a stone deity which were discovered in Turkey called Gobekli Tepe. Please, is it any way every language or link with Voodoo? I don't know. I think somebody asked the question earlier, and then you ask it again. No, I don't know anything about Gobekli Tepe, so I can't tell whether it is an Ewe word or it is a Turkish word. Maybe later I will go and find out that word Gobekli Tepe and know what it means. Then I can tell. But now I don't know anything about it. Thank you very much, Niayan. And then we have a wolf, the heart of
ASW.
hmm?
Move the heart of ASW.
the heart of Asau. Say, Master, can I become your disciple or student? Anyone who is willing to learn can become my student. Thank you. And then we have Prophet Emmanuel T. Say, Papa, God bless you watching you live. Who is Prophet Emmanuel T? Emmanuel Tete. Let me see the picture, maybe. Okay. Prophet, thank you very much for joining today's section. I am grateful that you are here. I hope you and your loved ones are doing well. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. And then we have a big sister, Luna Nicole. Say, Papa, I believe we Americans use the term calling similar to the way you use destiny. Okay, maybe. Maybe the destiny is what you call calling. Okay, yeah. We don't call it in Ewe that way. Thank you very much, big sister Luna Nicole. I'm grateful. And then Luna Nicole again went on to say, at least that's my perception, Papa. Okay, thank you very much. We are all learning here, so we don't know we don't know everything. We are learning every day. When as it comes to us, we are learning. So yeah, it could be what your perception is that it is destiny is what people call calling. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. Then Baron said, my first time watching you, Daddy. Hello, Baron. Thank you very much for joining the section. I'm grateful. I hope you are fine and your loved ones are doing well as well. Thank you for joining today's section. Then we are back on YouTube and we have Amwako Evans Jr. saying, good evening, sir. Hello, Evans. How are you? Thank you very much for joining. I hope you are fine. How are things with you? We have not met for a long time. Maybe when I get some free time and you have some free time, come let's meet and talk again. Thank you very much. I'm grateful that you joined. Hope all is well with you. Thank you. And then we have Abdul Hamid QC2UG. Good evening, Papa. I am watching you live. Thank you very much, Habib, for watching us in Mali. Thank you very much. How are you? How have you been? I hope everything is going on well with you. Yeah, take care, and I wish you well in everything that you do. Thank you very much. And Abdul Hamid went, our ancestors were wise, and it's the way to light. It's the way to light, but we are confused. Yes, it is very true. This is the way to light, but we were confused with religion. No, my friend Olufemi George posted something today on Facebook, and I saw it that the only thing religion was able to do is to divide people and put them against each other. That's what religion did. That was what they were successfully able to do. They divide people and put them one brother against brother, sister against sister. That's what the religion was able to do. It gave us confusion, and we are still fighting it today. And it is difficult for people to see the light, but anyway, everybody has their timing. If your time comes to be wise, you will find a way. If you are supposed to remain in the darkness and in ignorance, no matter how many lightning advices or the light that you see being shared by people, you will never be convinced, because if it is not your time, then it is not your time. Thank you. Okay, we have Tata Buki from Chicago, right?
Yes.
It's again here. He said, thank you so much. If you don't mind, can you tell us what voodoos you have? What do they represent, and what is their purpose, and also which ones can you initiate people into? I cannot tell how many voodoos that I have, because I've been getting voodoos for the past, if I am not lying, I've been working with voodoos for the past 30 plus years. When I came back into African traditional spirituality, 30 plus years, I've been working with voodoos, and I have taken so many different voodoos at different times. I've been initiated into all of them, and I've been working with most of them. And as you can see on my table, there are so many voodoos here. There is one called Abochi, there's Akai, there is Akbo, there is all this one, even I cannot remember their name. They were, then this is Hajagala Lachik Besi, and then this is kind of a Muslim voodoo that I work with, and then we have this, and in my house we are transmitting from my residence. I have some shrine here too, and there are voodoos there. Then in the at the shrine is where we have our main shrine, African Magic Temple shrine. There are, I don't know how many voodoos are there, maybe 101, 1,000 voodoos. They are all there. And we can initiate people into any voodoo that the person wants to be initiated into. But before we do initiation, we will consult the oracle to find out whether you are qualified to be initiated into that voodoo first before we will initiate you. We don't just initiate people because people come and say, oh, please initiate me. No. We will first consult and find out whether you are actually qualified to be initiated into the voodoos that we work with, because our voodoos are very powerful, and we will not give it to anyone who may misuse it to attack people. So we can initiate you into any voodoo at our shrine or in our shrine, but we will first do consultation to find out if you are qualified. Thank you very much, Tata Buki, for that. And Tata Buki said, okay, thank you, my brother. You are very welcome. Thank you, too. And then is a who, we have already read that one. Okay. Wu Chao. Okay, we have a Mamaga Honam sending us a rose flower times one. Thank you very much, Mamaga Honam. We are very grateful that you sent us a gift. We are very, very happy. And then we have Nayan, say, teacher, when you initiation into voodoo, does the person gets only one voodoo, or the person is also taught to be connected or create his or her own voodoo? When a person is initiated into a voodoo, if the person wants to get the full voodoo, there are ways that we do that. We will have to create that voodoo with all the necessary items that form that voodoo. And if you want to have it, then we will make it for you empower it with all the necessary things, then you can have that voodoo and you can take it with you. However, there are some voodoos that I cannot give to people, not yet, until I know the person very, very, very well. You can be initiated into that voodoo to help you, guide you on your path. You can still be working with that voodoo without really having the physical image of the voodoo. But when you want to have that voodoo as a voodoo, then we will have to study you very well before giving you the voodoo as a voodoo. Yes, because voodoo is life and voodoo is death. When in the right hand, it gives life. But given to the wrong hands, it becomes a curse and death for other people, and sometimes even for yourself if you don't know how to handle it. Voodoo is a two-edged sword, and this is the reason why the white man who brought Christianity feared it and tried to belittle it by calling it devilish worship, because it is very practical and it is very strong, powerful. In the wrong hand, it can create doom for people. But in the good hand or in the right hand, it can bring life and hope for many people. So for me to pass on a voodoo to you, I need to know you. I need to know what you can do and what you cannot do. I will not just give you any voodoo just because you came and said, give me voodoo. And I will give it to you without finding out whether you will be able to use it for good. So that is how it is at my shrine, Nayan. There are many other people who can give you voodoo without really investigating you or trying to understand you. But at my shrine, I will not give you a voodoo without knowing you very well. Thank you. I can initiate you into the voodoo so that the voodoo can protect you and give you life. But to give it to you, no. I need to know you. Thank you. And then we have Luna, big sister Luna Nicole up there saying, Papa, can we work with voodoo from different cultures as beliefs and beliefs? Yes, you can work with voodoo from different cultures and from different beliefs. For instance, I was in Thailand recently, and if you can see, there were so many voodoos at my friend's shrine. And I had had some of the voodoos from her back in 1980s or the early 90s, that she had given me some voodoo that we call Luampu, which was her main voodoo at the time. And I had been working with that voodoo for a long time. It has guided me, even guiding me into coming back into African traditional spirituality. And when I go to her shrine, I also brought my voodoos with me. And we all, she doesn't see anything wrong about it. And I don't see anything wrong about her voodoos. So we can work with voodoos from different cultures and from different bases, because voodoo simply means spirit. I don't know how long will this enter and sink in. Voodoo simply means spirits. And spirits are not limited to Ewe culture, and they are not limited to Hausa culture, and they are not limited to Yoruba culture, and they are not limited to Akan culture. And those spirits are not limited to Africans or black people only. Spirit is universal, and they are everywhere. Not that they can be everywhere, but they are everywhere. When you get in touch with a spirit, and the spirit get in touch with you, and both of you have a common understanding, whether it is from the Kabiya people, from the Kotokoli people, from the Hausa people, or from the Pacific, or from wherever in the world, as long as yourself and that particular energy or spirit or voodoo, as the the Ewes call it, if you, the two of you, the spirit and you, become friends and can work together, why not? Culture and beliefs doesn't matter. Spirit doesn't have culture and spirit doesn't have beliefs. They are spirits and they are everywhere, and they can work with anyone who is good and who is willing to work with them. So you can get voodoos from different cultures. Thank you. And then we have Emeka Marvelous. They say, good day, sir. Hello, Emeka Marvelous. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. And I'm very grateful that you are here. I hope you are fine and your loved ones are fine. Then Emeka said, please, Emeka went on to say, please, your number. Our number is already put in the in our profile, and we also pin it on today's into today's program, so you can easily pick our number. Just scroll up or down and you will find it. Thank you very much. And then we get God Get Power. Say, please, are you in Ghana? Yes, we are in Ghana currently. I am in Ghana currently. I hope you are fine. Thank you very much for joining the section. And then we have Big Sister Luna Nicole again. Say, Papa, if we want to be initiated into Mami Water, will the specific water deity be revealed? Yes, of course, Mami Water, each Mami Water has their name. So when you are initiated, you will know the kind of Mami Water you are working with. Definitely, you will know the Mami Water you are working with. But there are certain situations when people are initiated and then they don't have the name of the Mami Water, because the Mami itself will say he or she will reveal himself or herself to the initiate at a different time. And then they will do the initiation and you wait. And when the Mami reveal itself to you in a dream or whatever, then you have to do a consultation to find out whether that is the real thing or not. And then it will tell you. But most of the time, it will be the real thing when the Mami did not reveal itself at the time of initiation, but rather by itself to you. I think that has happened to our brother Bokor Shamba Musa Mohammed, who is also on the program. When he was initiated into Mami, the Mami did not give her name at the time of initiation, but when he left and went back to the US, then the Mami revealed itself to him, and the name was given. And then when we cross-checked, it was real that was the Mami that wanted to work with him. So yes, when Mami will reveal the name and the water, and sometimes they will even tell you from which ocean or river they are coming from. Thank you, Big Sister. And Big Sister Luna Nico say, oh, does Mami Water give us access to all water spirit deities? No. The Mami that you are initiated into is the one that you work with. However, the Mami can also introduce you into other Mami deities or water deities if you so wish, or if the Mami so wishes, because all water spirits are called Mami in our Ewe language. I think in other languages called mermaids. And tell them to stop the noise, or they should stop disturbing me. So Mami is the common name for all the water deities and spirits. So if your Mami wants to introduce you to other Mamis, that is that. But even having one Mami Water to work with is enough to teach you and guide you. So I don't see where you want to get all the other mommy or other water deities. But if that's your desire, you and your mommy, when you are initiated, should be able to guide you. The network has gone.
It's my computer. It's frozen.
You say?
It's my computer. I've not turned it off.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, it will come. Let me launch it now. Sorry.
Okay, so big sister Luna Nicole, when your mommy decides to connect you with other mummies, yes, it is possible. But the first thing is to get yourself initiated. And once you get initiated into it and start working with your mommy, then you will get to know what it is. And then, yes, specific peak water deity will be revealed. And sometimes even the specific water or ocean where that mummy is coming from will reveal itself if they so wish. And then God Get Power said, please, are you in Ghana? Yes, we are in Ghana. I think this ones came earlier.
Yes.
Okay. Then,
Right.
okay, so no, the thing has come upside down.
Yes. Sorry.
So move it, because we have read this ones already. Hold on. Okay, go up. And this one said, this thing has changed. And then we have Ogidigi. Ogidigidi. Good evening, sir. Please, how many years can a new member be qualified? Oh, for spirituality, you don't give a years to yourself. It depends on your dedication. And also it depends on the things that you have done in your life. That's what will determine how quick you can progress or how long it may take to delay to move on. You see, we are not like Indian gurus who say you have to take this lesson, you have to take that lesson, you have to take that lesson. At African Magic Temple, we don't do that. When we initiate you and you yourself, you have seen the changes. You have seen the changes that are happening in your life. No, this one. This thing is off. When you are initiated into, I'm answering the Ogidi question. When you are initiated into a particular voodoo, and if that voodoo is working with you, you will know. If it is not working with you, you will know. Because I had always said that if you are initiated into a real voodoo, you will know the difference of what spirituality is. Voodoo practice is not religious. Everybody should listen to this. Voodoo practice is not religious. Voodoo practice is a practical approach to spirituality. How to apply spirituality in your daily life, not believing or having faith. We don't use faith and we don't use belief in our work. We use practicality, experiment, exercise to know what we are doing, if it is working or it is not working. It is not based on how much you believe or how much you don't believe. Voodoo is a formula-oriented spiritual practice. It is not based on sitting down in meditation and just repeating particular mantra, and then you think that you are growing in spirituality. No. Voodoo is a practical way putting this herb, that herb together to create differences and changes in nature That's what is voodoo. Voodoo is not based on faith, and voodoo is not religious. Unfortunately, a lot of people who start practicing this African traditional spirituality are coming from a Christian base and sometimes maybe from other religious bases, and they begin to use religion as the measuring stick to measure spirituality, which is very wrong. Spirituality is not religion. Religion is a make-believe system, but spirituality is a practicality of things. When you do them, you see results. When you do them, you see results. It is not something you base on faith and believe that, oh, it is going to happen. Let me keep praying, it will happen. No, 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 no. If you do it and it is happening, you will know. If it is not happening, then you have to question the method that you have used. Maybe the formula that you use is wrong. Then you have to look for the proper formula to use. Because if you use the proper formula, it has to work. There is no belief and there is no faith. As far as spirituality and voodoo is concerned, it's not based on faith and it is not based on your belief. When a particular voodoo spell is cast, whether you believe or you don't believe, if the formula is correct, the effect will happen. It is not based on belief at all. So, Ogidi, it depends on how long, how dedicated you are, and then, of course, the teacher who is teaching you. If the teacher themselves or himself or herself doesn't not know very much about spirituality, that teacher will just be messing up with your life. Like a video that was sent to me by one of my students yesterday, where people say they are practicing African spirituality and they were reciting Hail Mary, full of grace, and they were calling upon Jesus, whatever, whatever. I mean, how? You say you're practicing African spirituality, and then where is the Hail Mary? And where is this? But then they have followers who are believing that that person who is teaching them is a spiritual person. Religion is different from spirituality, and voodoo is spirituality, it's not religious. Voodoo is a way of life. If something is bothering you, supposing your body is itching, what is the practicality of it? You can pray, you can fast, you can do everything, the itchy will continue. But if you use your hand and scratch it, the itchy will stop. That's how practical voodoo is. So it is not based on belief and it is not based on faith. Thank you very much, Ogidi Gidi, for that question. But you must find a teacher who has the practical way of teaching. Don't go to anybody who just said, oh, I am a voodoo priest. And then they have certain things and they kill animal blood and give drink. That means the person is a real spiritualist. No, 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 no. You must sort through, sieve through the teachers and find a good teacher who is practical. And when he teaches you, you will know how to also apply that practicality to your daily life. Thank you. And then we have RC Morality, Ghana X, what is that? Another flag? Is it a flag? It's a US flag?
White and I think dark red.
Okay. Okay, so RC Morality, how are you? Thank you very much for coming onto the program. I hope you are good and your loved ones are good. Say, Papa, I want to come for a training. Please, do you take students? I have so many students around the world and people who are ready to learn. They come to learn. I don't keep people in my house or keep them in a room and tell them that this is you wake up and come to class, because Voodoo is not a classroom matter. It's the practicality that makes it. You can be far away. If you are initiated, you can still be learning from me. And if you come physically when we are doing something, you will participate and see the practicality of it. Thank you very much, RC Morality X. And then we have Nayan, is a teacher. Can one Voodoo lead you into different voodoos, there's a possibility that one voodoo can lead you into other voodoos. Just like when I was saying that the voodoo I got from my lady friend more than 30 plus years ago in the late, no, I would say the late 80s, because I knew her from 1986, and 87 I went to Japan. Is it 87 or 88 I went to Japan? 88 I went to Japan. And the voodoo that she gave me is what I have been working with. And then later, she also encouraged me that African voodoos are very powerful, so I should try to get in touch with my ancestors' things. And so eventually I came. And so that voodoo that she gave me, Luampu, was still with me. I was working with it for a long time. Then I got to know other teachers and I learned from them. So spirits will direct you to where they feel that you need to learn from if you have a real spirit. Sometimes people will give you a talisman and tell you this is a talisman. You hold it, you keep it with you. It doesn't do anything. It is just empty. But if you get a real talisman, especially a talisman that they can mention its incantations and it will vibrate you, then you know you have a real talisman. Such talismans can lead you into other places if that is important for you to learn from. So one voodoo can lead you to other voodoos. And if you meet people who are voodoo priests, they don't have only one single voodoo. They may have a whole, what will I call it, army of voodoos around them. And then the ones that appeal to you is what you will ask, and they may give you and introduce you to them if the voodoo is willing to work with you. So voodoo, everybody who is having a voodoo or voodoo practitioner, proper voodoo practitioner, does not have one single voodoo. Yeah, and they can tell you the history of how they got all this voodoo. They got this one from here, and this is what this one does. This is what this one does. This is what this one does. They will tell you. And then RC morality is that, Papa, I want to come study under you, Papa. I am always available. Okay, that is a process and a procedure. Once we go through those procedures and we know how to teach you, we will teach you. Thank you very much. And then we have a user 359624022257. Say, hello, Father. My name is Togbi Fiase the second. Hello, Togbi Enuledo. How are you? Thank you very much for joining my live streaming. You are very much welcome. I hope you and your loved ones are fine. You are very much welcome. And then we have Julius Bosk Hamilton. Is it Hamilton? Yes. Okay, Julius Bosk Hamilton say, well explained. Thank you very much, Julius. I'm grateful that you understood what I was saying. Okay, then we have Honorable Richard what is the full name? Ahiagba? Check. Ahiako. Ahiafo. Okay, we have Honorable Richard Ahiafo sending us a rose flower ×1. Thank you very much, Honorable. We are very, very, very grateful. I hope you are doing well and your loved ones. Thank you very much for joining. There was one that came as a Canadian. I saw a capital letter written in Canadian, but not one word. It's broken. I don't know. I saw it earlier before the this thing went off. The network went off. Okay, let's go up. Let's go back and check other platforms and see. Okay, Big Sister Luna Nicole say thank you for your responses, Papa. You are very much welcome, and thank you for the question. I'm grateful. And then we have your first girlfriend, say Agbe Move the cursor. Let's see. Agbedo enuledo. Agbedo enuledo. America Madena nudo. Woli wofu. Nakpe. And then we have Nana Kwame G. Say good evening. Hello, Nana Kwame. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. I hope you are fine. Grateful that you joined. And then we have Ogidigidi. How can someone not in Ghana join you? Ogidigidi. You see, the way you join me now is part of the way that I teach every Sunday. However, if you want to learn from me, you can be learning, ask questions. You can use the WhatsApp to ask questions and I'll be responding to you. But you cannot practice Voodoo properly until you are initiated, because Voodoo is not a religion. And if you are not initiated into a Voodoo, you cannot practice Voodoo. So you have to come at one time to come and get initiation, or if I go out to wherever you are, because I travel sometimes from Ghana to the US, to Europe, to Asia. If I travel out to wherever you are and I happen to be there and you can come, you can get initiation. And then you can start physical practicing. But for the meantime, you can always ask questions on this platform when we are live, or you can also ask behind the scene when we are not live. We are actually planning to have maybe once a week or have in the midweek that we should again run this program, not repeating this, but I have to sit down and teach, because there's so many people out there who are looking for knowledge and want to learn, and maybe only Sunday is not enough. But we are also wondering whether when we have another day in the week apart from Sunday, to add to the Sunday, if people will patronize our teaching, because even though we are doing all this, we are using our own resources to run the program, the internet and everything. They cost money, they are not free. So we are wondering if we have another day added to the Sunday, whether that will be patronized or not. So we are here to teach, but if you, as an individual, you want to learn, you can always get on to me on my WhatsApp and also on Facebook, and we can talk and you can learn. Thank you very much, Ogidigidi. And then we have Smart Kid Grace. Greetings, AMT. Hello, Kojo. How are you? Hope you are fine. I think Tuesday is your birthday. Happy birthday in advance. Hope you are doing well. You take care. How is your mom? Hope she is also doing well. I will talk after the program. Thank you for joining. You are welcome to the program. Let's go on. And then we have a spiritual coach. Say, Papa, I want to ask something. Getting a new Voodoo to add to your previous one, what are the best? Okay. Getting a new Voodoo to add to whatever you have before. There's nothing which is the best. It is when you are interested in some Voodoo, you go for it. But there are certain Voodoos that are so powerful, if they are with you already and you don't ask permission from them, if you bring in another Voodoo, the Voodoo will not work, because they will not allow that Voodoo to work, because they are more powerful than that Voodoo. And it is their duty as a spirit, or as a Voodoo, as Ewe's called spirit, to protect you and defend you and your loved ones in everything. So when they think that something that is coming and they are not, you have not communicated it with them, they will block it from coming. And you have to check with them and find out whether they are in agreement that voodoo should come. When I was going to get a abochi so many years ago, I don't even remember when I got it. Many years ago. But I know I have the notes and everything. So yeah, but to talk about offhead and say, oh, this is the year I got abochi, I don't remember. Seto, go and put the light on in the front. So when I got abochi, I had gone. It took me about 5 to 7 years to get this voodoo. The training, I was going through everything. Then I would travel about 300, 400 kilometers to go to my teacher to go and learn, and then again come back home. And from some time, I will bring my teacher to come and stay about a month at my shrine and teaching me. So it took many years before I was able to finally get this abochi. And the day we did abochi, when the mirror was given to me, after the spokes were sent into my head and the heads were used and all that thing was done, we went into my teacher's shrine where I have to sleep on the grave and sit on the grave for the person who had the mirror and died. I slept on their grave, and the invocation was done on their grave so that because this is more like a necromancy, so that their spirit will guide me to be able to see. So when I did that, we went into the shrine where the mirror would now be open. So when we opened the mirror was shaking, moving me this way and this way, this way and that way. To some point, then the mirror just cracked by itself. So my teacher and all the other priestesses and priests who were helping, everybody was surprised because it's not like we hit the mirror with anything, but then the mirror just cracked by itself. So my teacher said we should stop the ceremony, and then he has to do a consultation to find out what has happened. And then during the consultation, the teacher discovered that I have a voodoo that is with me, which is so powerful, that doesn't want the mirror to be given to me, or doesn't want the mirror to come and join the other voodoos that I have already, because I had not informed him about this new thing that I was trying to get. My teacher, being a very wise person, asked me to go back to my place and inform my voodoos about me getting the mirror. So I heed to his words, and I have to drive back about 400 kilometers back to my shrine. I drove about 400 kilometers back to my shrine, and then I consulted my voodoo and told him what had happened. And he also had given me assurance that yes, it was him that broke the mirror. So I asked, what should I do? He advised me and gave me the directions, and I followed the directions. Then I went back another day. A new mirror was constructed, the broken one was removed, and the new one was fixed into it. And then when they start the process, everything went well. And this gave my teacher that, this guy has a voodoo that is so powerful. So I had to initiate my teacher into the voodoo that I had already, so that he can also work with it. So when you have a voodoo already and you want to add some voodoo to it, it is advisable that you should consult with the things that you have and tell them what you want to do and see if your Vodus are in agreement with what you are about to do. If they are in agreement, when you bring that new Voodoo in, they will all join hands together and work all for your greatness. But without doing that, sometimes you'll be working with them, but it will be difficult. They will not allow the new Voodoo to work properly. So that's what I can say to spiritual code on this one. And then spiritual code, the measures you have to take. The message you have to take is all that I have just spoken about. Make sure you consult with your whatever you have already and ask them or tell them that you want to get a new spirit to work with them. Now, Vodus are like women. That's why they are people who have a Voodoo, or they call you Voodoo C. Means you are now the wife of the Vodus, or you are the husband of the Vodus. And they also are jealous. And if you are bringing in a new woman, your wife at home sometimes will be jealous. So if you are able to talk with your wife and talk with your wives, and they have a common understanding that this one is also coming to add to them to help your work and help their work, they may have a common understanding and allow the Voodoo to come. Otherwise, there will be conflict between the Vodus that you have. So that's the way I can say that you need to do. Those are the measures you have to take. And then we have one person here called Agent of Wise. Hello, Agent of Wise. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. And they said, Papa, I humbly ask, how can I know my true self, please? To know your true self, the first thing is to do a spiritual consultation. And the second thing is to get initiated into Afa. By getting initiation into Afa, or Fa as some people call it, or Ifa as it is called in Yoruba land, you will be able to know the path of your destiny, and you will know yourself. So these are the ways that we do and know ourselves. Okay, so thank you very much, Agent of Wise. And then we have Ishaken Services. Papa, good evening. Hello, Ishaken Services. Good evening to you. How are you? I hope you are fine and doing well. And then we have a brother, Honorable Richard Ahiabo. Say your contact, please. Hello, Honorable. My contact is in my profile, and it's also pinned on today's program, so you will definitely find it. But I will call it again: 0262 367578. African Magic Temple. You can get us. And then Honorable Richard Ahiabo sent us a hat and mustache. Thank you very much. We are very grateful. And then the highest snail, snipes, smantis. The highest snappies also sent us a glow stick ×1, and highest again sent another glow stick and another glow stick. Thank you all very much for these gifts. I'm grateful. And then we have who? Too Risky saying good evening. Good evening to you, Too Risky. Says Kofi. Kofi, how are you? Thank you very much for joining the section. Hope you are doing well. And then we have Gabriel Z 6 and 8. How do I know my ancestors are guiding me? I don't know how you will know your ancestors are guiding you. Have you consulted your ancestors? Have you done anything to make your ancestors to guide you? Those are the things you will know, do before you will know whether your ancestors are guiding you. If you want to find out whether your ancestors are guiding you, do a reading, do a consultation, then you will find out. Thank you very much. And then two risky say, my name is Kofi Agbenu. Yes, Kofi Agbenu, how are you? Thank you for joining. And then we have two risky again saying good evening. Good evening to you too. Then we have Apietus. Say good evening, sir. Hello, Apietus. Good evening to you. How are you all? Thank you all very much. And then Michelle say, Father, may your days be long so you can help more souls. I'm very grateful to you, Michelle. I'm very grateful. And may your days also be long. And then we have Saint Bible 4. Say, Papa, good evening. Hello, Saint Bible 4. Good evening to you. You are welcome to the program. And then Saint Bible 4 again. Say, Papa, can a twin initiate to a voodoo? Yes, of course. The twins, my children are related to twins in the, so they are working voodoo very well. Twins can be initiated into twins. It's only people who do not know much about voodoo. Voodoo means spirit. So twins are not supposed to be spiritual. In our Ewe culture, aren't twins said to be natural spiritualists born? That's how the Eves regard twins. And the twins are not only one. Their mother, their father, the one that came before the twins, then the twins themselves, then the one that came after the twins, which is what we call Do, and then the one that came after the Do, making 7. So the twins, they come in 7. The father, mother, twins, or the father, mother, the person who come before the twins, what we call Plove, the person who come before twins, Plove. Then the twins themselves, the two of them, the person who come after a twin called a Do. Then the one that came after Do is called Doche. So twins are naturally born spiritually, so they can practice voodoo. There's no problem about that. Then we have Charles Angel Major saying Omo. Thank you very much, Charles Angel Major. You are welcome to the program. And then spiritual code say, thanks so much for the deeper explanation. You are very much welcome, spiritual code. You are very, very much welcome to this. And then we call Pot US. He said, your daughter is my close friend. Okay, Potus, I don't know, but I have so many daughters. So whoever that daughter may be, I thank God. We have Bianca Japonu sending us a rose flower ×1, and Bianca Jupanu sent another. Thank you very much, Bianca Jupanu. We are very grateful. And then we have Agent of Wise. He said, thank you, Papa. Thank you too for the question. We are all learning. Thank you. And then your first girlfriend said, Papa, please, is it possible to consult the gods before building a room for them? Yes, of course, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to build a shrine or a home for your spirit, it is good to ask them that what you should do to be able to have them in that room that they will be able to work. There is high possibility that they will give you some guidance and tell you, do it this way, move the door, let the door face that way or that way. They can tell you. So it is good to consult them before building a place for them. However, if you have got a place already and you put them in and you ask them and they say they are fine, there's nothing wrong with that too. Then we have Bianca Joponu saying, good evening, Bianca. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the section. I'm grateful. I hope you are fine and your loved ones are fine. And then we have St. Bible 4 sending us a rose flower ×1. I'm grateful for the gift. Thank you very much, in Bible 4. And then Charles Angel Major said, can the spirit make me wealth rich? I don't know. When you meet the spirit, you can ask them. And then we have Derek T. Baltes, or Elam sending us a rose flower. And then Angel, Charles Angel Major, like the life. Thank you. Thank you. think we have read that one already. Then we have Kwasi M. Kwasi say, hello, Papa. Some people burn palm nut fiber and infuse the smoke in water. Yes, there's what we call ajo. And it is coming from ungrown palm nut fiber. And we make it into a smoke, and we use the smoke for cleansing. And if people put it inside water, yeah, maybe that's the method they know. There's nothing wrong with it. And then at Kwasi M, he said, does this have any spiritual significance, or it's just for aesthetic thanks? Well, I think it has some spiritual significance, otherwise they will not do it. So they probably understood what they were doing. So I don't do that, but I can't say they are not right because I don't know what they are doing. But by using the palm fiber, especially the ungrown palm fiber, is used in making smoke, and that smoke is used to cleanse spirits and also to cleanse human beings. It's another form of bathing. And then Abdul Hamid say, I really love the teachings. Thank you very much, Hamid. I'm grateful. Thank you. I'm always grateful to you. Thank you very much. So we have Juliet Austin here. So please speak about spiritual cleansing of oneself. What herbs or practices are recommended to remove negativity and invite positive energies? Okay, Juliet, in Ewe culture, we have a particular tree called Avenya in our Central Ewe language. The same tree in the Southern Ewe dialect is called Potima. And some people call it Avia. This particular tree is, I think it is a native of West Africa. All people who practice Voodoo in our area use these herbs as one of the main cleansing herbs to cleanse one from negativity. And I believe very strongly they may have it in Haiti too, in Haiti. They may have it over there too, because it's the same our people who left, the Ewe people who left West Africa during the slave trade. They are the ones who brought Voodoo to Haiti. So they probably, some of them might have taken these herbs or taken part of this. Or later, some people might have sent it there. So I believe strongly it is there. But if it is not there, like in the form that it is here, there is high possibility that they may have an equivalent herb. It is called in English boundary tree. Boundary tree. That is what is called in English. You can buy these leaves online. You can even get them all the way in Sri Lanka or something. Somebody bought it sometime in Sri Lanka online. So this boundary tree is one of the herbs that you can use regularly to drive away negativity and invite positive energies into your life. Next time when you come to Ghana, come over so that we can grind some for you, and you can take it in a grinded form, dry it, and anytime you want to use, you can just put it in water and bath yourself. Thank you very much, Juliet Austin. I'm grateful. Let's move on. Then Wu Chao saying, Papa, please, do you really have to take a special bath or cleansing after meeting with a woman, especially a virgin? Sorry for the question. No, it's okay. We are learning, so there's nothing wrong. If you meet a woman and you, after having sex with your lover or whoever, whether you are a man or you are a woman, whether the person is a virgin or is not a virgin, after having sex, before you go to your spirits and work with your spirit, it is advisable that you take bath and cleanse yourself. Whether you have herbs to use in cleansing yourself or not, at least you can cleanse yourself with soap by bathing, and it is also accepted. There's nothing wrong with that. Thank you very much, Ewe Chow, for that question. Tata Buki is under that. Bring it back. Then Tata Buki said, okay, thank you, my brother. You are very much welcome. Thank you very much. Oh, it was a question. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's move on. So we are back on TikTok. Then we have Derek T. Butlers Elam say, are you Togwi? Remove the cursor so I can read it. Menyiba Nami, yo Togwi, Yamiba na Anuledo. And then we have Ras Culture. I say, God bless you, Papa. You are very much welcome. And God bless you too, Ras Culture. I hope you are fine and everybody is doing well. Thank you all for joining today's section. Let's go on. I think we are done here. So we have a spiritual code. Say, Papa, one last question. What's your say on people that are in a room? Okay. What's your say on people that live in a room with their voodoos? Yes, I used to live in my room when I was in Japan. My voodoos were living with me in my bedroom. What I did is I used a white cloth to cover their face, so indirectly creating a space for them. So that space is their space. So whenever I want to pray or do anything, then I go there, I lift the curtain, the white cloth, then I interact with them. There's nothing wrong with your voodoos living with you in your room or in your bedroom. The problem is if you feel that your voodoos are in the same room with you and you don't feel so comfortable about it, tell the voodoos to create an opportunity for you to get a space where you give them a separate room. And if the voodoos are real voodoos and they are working, they will create opportunities for you and you will be able to get a bigger space whereby you will give them their own space. That's how you test a voodoo to see whether it is real or it's not real. It is not like you are praying and praying and praying and not seeing anything yet till you believe that one day something is going to come. No. If it is real, it must be practical. And if it is not real, then, and if it is not practical, forget about it. It is not a voodoo. If it is not practical, then it is not a voodoo. Forget about it. Voodoo is not a religion whereby you will be praying and praying and hoping that when you die and go to heaven before you enjoy your life. You will live on this earth. And this is the earth where we have to make changes in our lives. You cannot be dreaming of a place that you have never been and nobody has ever been there. And people kept telling you that, oh, when you die before you go there. Meanwhile, these people who are telling you these stories are making their heaven here. Is it not stupidity? So if you are working with voodoo, and if the voodoo is not practical and cannot meet your practical life, then it is not a voodoo. It becomes a religious. When things are religious, they tell you that you believe, have faith. You are not doing it well. That's why it is not happening. But when you are doing a voodoo and you are doing it well and following the formula and you are not seeing results, then it is not a voodoo. It is not something you have to stick with. Don't stick up with, to those something that doesn't bring practicality in your life. What is the use then? Yeah, you might have gone back. It is better you go back to the church and continue praying to Jesus and Mary until one day when you die, whether you go to heaven or you don't go to heaven, you don't know and nobody knows. That's the end. If it's not practical, then it is not voodoo. So ask your voodoos to create a situation where you will get a bigger room where they will have their own space. Thank you. Then Derek Bet, let's say, I need to come to see you, Papa. Derek, I am always around. And then we have Boresa Jr. Say, good day, Papa. Hello, Boresa Jr. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. I hope it is very lively. Very interesting questions are coming. I hope you and your loved ones are good. Thank you very much. There's St. Bible for say, Papa, I learned in Ewe land, twins don't take Besa. Can you tell us something about it? That's what I have just spoken already. Twins don't take Besa. Haven't you seen any Bokor who is a twin before? Or haven't you seen any Voodoo person who is himself a twin? If twins don't take Besa, then how come those people are having a Voodoo or working with Voodoo? It is not true. Then we have a Nayan say, after initiation into Voodoo, are there signs to let you know you are connected to the Voodoo? Of course, there should be a sign. If you are initiated into a proper Voodoo, there should be a sign that tells you that you are connected. That's why I'm saying Voodoo is not a religion. It's not based on faith, and it is not based on belief. It is based on practicality. And when you are initiated into a Voodoo, there must be a sign that shows you that you are connected. Just like when you have your telephone or your device. If there's an internet in the area and you are able to get the password or the code that will connect you into that internet, moment you are connected, your device will register that connected. That's how simple it is. If you are connected to a Voodoo, there will be some sign that shows you that you are connected. It's not like, oh, you don't worry, you just go, the Voodoo is working with you. No, we don't do that at our shrine. When you are connected, you will feel it, you will know it, and you will see it. So Nayan, if you are going to get initiated into Voodoo, make sure wherever you are initiated into Voodoo, the Voodoo must show you a sign that you are actually initiated or you are connected to that Voodoo. Thank you very much. Let's move up. We have Samuel Kujo saying, my brother, well, thanks. Let them know how to use them. I don't understand your question or whatever.
Saying, well done. Well, my brother, well done. Let's know how to use Voodoo.
You are not initiated into the Voodoo. How can they let you know how to use the Voodoo? If you are initiated into Voodoo, the person who initiates you should let you know how to use them. I'm not the one who will teach you how to use the Voodoo. If you are being initiated, the person who initiates you should be able to tell you how to use the Voodoo. It's just like you telling me you went and bought a car from a car dealer. Then you are coming to ask me that I should teach you how to use the car. Why won't you ask the person who you bought the car from? Is it not just simple? Somebody is selling something to you and you don't ask the person how to use it. Please. Okay, we have Michelle here. He said, Father, please, is it good for a man to have an altar in his home to keep him aligned with his ancestors? Whether you have an altar, you don't have an altar, the F is an altar. For your ancestors, you can pour libation anywhere and they will take it. So it is not very necessary that you must have an altar at your home before your ancestors will interact with you. Your ancestors live within you because their DNA runs within you. So your ancestors are inside of you. Wherever you call them, they will respond to you. It is not setting up of an altar that makes your ancestors come closer to you. It is your dedication and your, how will I say, your understanding of what your ancestors and who your ancestors are. That's what makes your ancestors get closer to you. When you set up an altar and you don't believe or you don't know, you don't feel your ancestors, it does not mean anything. For us, we can pour libation anywhere and we call our ancestors and they respond. However, if you are on this path and you want to set up an altar where each day or you give yourself a time that you want to invoke your ancestors, that's also fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But without an altar, you can still call your ancestors and they will respond if you know how to do it. Thank you very much, Michelle. We are grateful. And then Osini Ninini said, normal person can become a Voodoo member. Of course, Voodoo is a spirit, as I kept saying. Why can't a normal person become a Voodoo person? Who are special people? Is there anybody special that will only be a Voodoo person? Every human being can be a Voodoo, can work with Voodoo, because spirits are everywhere and in every culture and in every race. Do you think that if there are no spirits in white man's land, they will have a word for it? The Avis call it Voodoo. The Ewe and the Fon people call spirit Voodoo. And if you go to a place like Japan, they call it Kami. They go to another country, the Arabs call it Genie. And every culture has a name for spirit. But the Ewe people, the name they call spirit is Voodoo. So any person can have Voodoo and work with Voodoo. Thank you. Then we have Dalifadilis. Eh? Dalifadils 04. Say, how can I join your shrine? There is no membership in my shrine. Nobody joins anything. We teach. If you are interested to do any consultation on your own personal things, you are always welcome. My shrine, African Magic Temple, has no membership and no one can join it. We are teaching. If you want to learn, you learn. It is not a question, it's not a religious center whereby you have to become, it's not a lodge, and it is not a cult where you have to become a member to learn. Once you have your interest in spirituality and you have some issues, you do consultation and they teach you what to do to overcome the challenges, you are already part of the shrine. We don't have membership. And in my lifetime, I am the founder of African Magic Temple. And in my lifetime, there will be nothing like a membership. Everybody who is interacting with us is part of us. We don't have any membership. But I don't know when I am gone whether my children will decide to create a membership team, because there are some people who somehow were affiliated to us. Later, we realized that they had created membership cards for people on their own side and were doing whatever they were doing. But at our shrine, we don't have a membership. Okay? Thank you very much, Dafil Dalifadis. Dalifadilis. Yeah. Eh?
Dalifadis 04.
Yeah. So that's it. Then we have Charles Angel Major again. Our grandmother was practicing such, but our parents left it, but now they are dead. How to go about it? Go and do consultation. You will find answers. That's why consultation with Afa is very important in one's life. Whatever, when you are at a crossroad, at a crossroad where you need to make a major decision, the best oracle to consult is Afa. And at that crossroad, Afa will be able to tell you what to do. That's why they call Afa the Legba, at the god of the crossroads, because Legba is a child of Afa. So if you are confused and you don't know where to go to Afa and ask. It will give you direction. Charles Angel Major, thank you for that question. And then Michelle, she said, thank you so much, Father. I pour libation and I feel very connected. Move it. I feel very connected. You are blessed, Father. Thank you very much, Michelle. I am great. I'm very, very grateful that you asked that question. And then move it up again. And then we have Osini Ninini. We say, what must I do to get the teaching then? You are getting the teaching now. What did you do before you are on this platform? That's what you have to do, please. And then the Dalifadils say, which telephone number can I call to consult? The number is there. We pin it and it is in our profile. So they are writing it again. You can always contact that and get book an appointment for consultation. Thank you very much, Dali Fadils. And then BBO Ni said, good evening, BBO. Thank you very much for joining and remaining on the program. Thank you very much. What's our time now?
6.
Okay, we have about 15 minutes to close, so please bring in your questions and let me answer. No, somebody, let me see that one. I say, no. This one, I think, sorry for my, okay, I see. That was Wu Chao's question, so I thought it was something else. Okay, so we don't have so many questions again on the other side. And then we have a Boresa Jr. saying, Papa, please pray for me. I need a particular job. Okay, we'll pray here for you, for everybody who was on this program today. But for you to be able to know exactly what is happening, why you are not getting that job, I would advise you to do spiritual consultation and follow with the necessary vosa that the spirit may advise you to do. Because prayer works to some point, but practical rituals change situations faster than prayer. And then Bibio Ni is saying, please, do you about Nana Boam? Do you know about Nana Boam? No, I don't know. I've never heard the name Boami. I've never even heard the name before. I don't know anything about Nana Boami. I'm sorry. I don't work with people. I don't work with other shrines. I work with my children. Yeah, me do know who. Jagba mi aba arrange mi adunu. Na mi and then Bokor jo ye na kula mi. Like I check awu mi ma pere mi check awu agbare fe mi ado. Ta mi yo mi adada na won dudu na mi. And then we have spirit code. You say, Papa, does some voodoo takes longer time to work with a person? I mean, does they study a person? If voodoo is real, please keep this word in your mind, real. If voodoo is a real voodoo, why should it take so long to work with you? Because at the first place, you have been initiated into it. Once you are initiated into a particular voodoo, you paid money or something exchange hand, and you are initiated into the voodoo, and the voodoo agrees that it will work with you. Why should it take a long time before it works with you? Unless, of course, what you are initiated into is called voodoo, but it is not a voodoo. If it is a voodoo and you have been initiated into it, it has to start working with you. Maybe not very much in the beginning. It will take some time, but it has to show signs that it is real and it is with you. So it is not that the voodoo has to take a long time to work with you. That's why I was referring to a telephone and an internet or a Wi-Fi connection. Because when you are connected to that voodoo, you will feel it from the very beginning that this voodoo is now connected to me, and it has to start working with you with practice. The more you practice, the more closer that voodoo comes to you. Thank you. And then Osininini say, at what point are you allowed to wear the beads, or you can just wear them as you wish? I don't understand your question. What beads? What beads are you wearing? From where? Where are the beats coming from? And what are the beats? Let's move on. Move it up. We have Amazia. Say, please, can you come to your shrine for Abisa? Yes, we can come to our shrine for consultation. That's what we are calling consultation. You can. And then Derek T. Baltes is say, can I call you after this live, please? Yes, sure, you can. You see, go back to that place. Let me see. You see, wearing of spiritual beads, whether afar beads or whatever beads, does not make you a spiritualist. A lot of people thought that once you put a bead on your neck, then they go around that they are spiritualists. Until a spirit starts working with you or you are initiated into a spirit, wearing beads is empty. The beads that we wear is only a sign to tell people that we are working with this kind of spirits. It's just an identity card to tell people that, oh, these are the kind of spirit I work with. There's no power in these beads. There are no powers in these beads whatsoever. The beads is only an identity case to tell you that you are working as an Alpha priest. And then, of course, in some Voodoo, people wear certain things. Like we wear this, welcome. We wear this bracelet of Togbe Jopata. So when you wear the bracelet, that means we are telling people that we are initiated into Togbe Jopata's shrine. So wearing beads just because you think it's beads that the people are wearing and you wear it and you are not initiated, it's an empty vessel. There's nothing inside. There's nothing, there's no power in the beads. So please don't deceive yourself thinking wearing beads make you a spiritualist. You are not. I've seen a lot of people, especially in the Americas, in the diaspora, who put a lot of beads around their neck and their hands where they are not even initiated into anything. Such kind of behavior doesn't send you anywhere at all. It only calls self-deceit. You are deceiving yourself. So, Osini Ninini, wearing beads doesn't make you a spiritualist. Okay, yeah, a community be headed. Be bottom hedging no book, but if you call on head. So I think we have read Amazia, Derek Butlers, and then we have Derek Butlers became the number 12 fan in the fan club. Okay, and then Derek sent us a hat. Thank you very much. And then we have Stephen. Stephen, how are you? Welcome to the stage. And then Stephen is saying, where are you located? We are located in Accra, Ghana, on the Spinters Road. Unfortunately, we don't accept walk-ins to our shrine. You must book an appointment before you come. If you walk in, no one will attend to you. You will go back without hearing anything. So if you want to see us, take our number, call the number, they will book an appointment for you. And then when you come, when you come, when you come, we will attend to you. There are some people who think that they are so smart. They walk in to my shrine, and when people ask them, who are they looking for? They say they are looking for me. And they will ask them, have they booked an appointment? They say, no, they have spoken to me and I told them to come directly. They thought they are smart. My children are much smarter than that. So if you come to my shrine without booking an appointment, no one will attend to you. So don't get offended when you come and people do not attend to you, because we told you what to do and you don't listen. Thank you. And then we have a link up Woodworks. He said, please Link Up Woodworks is a place. Is it good to get your own altar from your family gods? I don't know. I don't know. If you want to make an altar, because spiritual journey is not a group work. Spiritual journey is an individual approach to Godhood. It has nothing to do with group. If you want to do spirituality and you think that it's a group thing, then you are missing something. Group things are religious things. Spirituality is an individual approach to walking and getting nearer to your God, which is within you. All those things you see people dancing and making all noise and shouting, these are all just what will I call it? They are just follies. They are not, those kind of behaviors are not spiritual. Because most of the people who try to do those things are all hypocrites. They want people to see them that they are worshiping God. In the Bible somewhere, if Jesus ever existed, Jesus said that the people, it's only the Pharisee who climb on the rooftops and in corners of houses and shouting over their way that they are worshiping God. If you want to worship God in secrecy within your heart. It has nothing to do with shouting or anything. So if you want to make an altar for yourself, fine. If you want to continue dealing with your family altar, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But spirituality is not a group thing. It's an individual journey. Thank you. Baltes has sent us, Elon has also sent us again another rose flower times 2, and again another rose flower times 2, and then again a donut times 1. Derek, thank you very much. Derek, thank you very much for all this. And then the last, they have a finger of heart times 1, finger of heart times 1. Derek again sent a finger of heart times 2. Wow, so much from you alone today. I'm very grateful. And then Derek sent again another first pop times 3. Great. I'm surprised. Thank you very much. And then fresh pop times 2. Please move it. There are some things under. And then we have a Osini Ninini. Now I understand, Father. Thank you. You are welcome. Thank you too. And then we have Eche Patrick say, Papa, bonjour. Bonjour, bonjour. Ça va? How are you, Patrick? Welcome to the program. And then Derek Batless again sent another rose flower and another rose flower. Then Ogidi say, please, if I'm not there, can you do a bisa for me? Yes, we can always do consultation for people all around the world, even if you are not physically here. There's a procedure we go through. Once you follow that procedure, we will be able to get all the information that you need to get to you. So call our number, book an appointment for consultation, and they will do it for you. Thank you very much. Then we have Amazia again saying, please, Father, what is the difference between Afa and Alafia? You listen to the word yourself. Afa is the oracle of divination. Alafia is a Voodoo that is also a Voodoo on its own. Afa is not Alafia. Alafia is on the Kweto, the Ka, Kweto Eve, Kunde, and what's another name for it? Kunde, Kweto, the Ka, Kweto Eve, and it's another name for it. I forgot it now, but it's Alafia is not Afa. less pecky. Carrie sent us a rose flower ×1. Thank you very much. And the global stone worker is following the host. Okay, Wu Chao say, Papa, tell him if he get the job, he shouldn't forget AMT when he start receiving the fat stack. And also, my name is Wu Chao, but it's pronounced Wu Kao. Okay, thank you very much. Wu Kao. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the correction, because I am pronouncing it the way I am seeing it. So it's Wu Kao. Thank you. Thank you. And which part of the world are you reaching us from? It sounds Chinese. I don't know whether you are reaching us from China or from Malaysia or from Singapore. And then one, let's Pecky Curry say, are you practice Voodoo or Ifa? I practice all. I practice Voodoo and I practice Ifa. Okay, we are now about to close. Okay, Kale Young is saying, Kale Young Coalition say, pray for me. I'm going to pray for everyone. Thank you. Are we done? Check and see if there's no more questions so we can just go ahead and close this in. Ukao, thank you very much for that correction. So we can pray now and close the section. Oh, ago mauga, sobolisa maduago, mauga kitikata maduago, mauga se maduago. Ese joto ame joto, ese nanu ame, ese tenanu ame, woman of heavy, dokun of heavy, woman of heavy, maybe nanu dokun of heavy, ogbenao, dokun of heavy, maybe nanu, woman of heavy, ogbenao. Ese popolipo, ese nyo ame nyo, ese gla ame gla, ese joji ame pojijo, maduago. Mayo sheme ham fura shope, semi fura shopeti, maduago. Mayo abraxas, mayo zi adre poduago, yota adre tobe vi me kuna, o veso aton, o veso reka. O meyo o verso aton, o verso eton, o verso reka maduago. E meyo miano zoji, ayi zo kakachi kazu boji adre me ala fa banya gbo mi la pe banya gbo ndir hono meyo ra kekekelo. Wenya yingba ma jo flo fa kla yingba maduadika. Wenya pli me mateku, etega. Mengano veto na gbo venya. Avana ngeje fe me. Mia wenye veo, bonge, meyo ra kekekekeke. Oyo apeli ape progodo zagbaja po vipo no. Apenyo apeli to angle nyo apeli to asinyo apeli to wonu pupo wonu no nyu no fo ono asisi nkuga. Ama ya si agbo fa manya apeli to aya agbo agbo fa manya apeli to ayigbeji agbo fa me. Wanya apeli to nya ape. Apeli menu amesi do wa ma. Apeli menu amesi obi anu mo po na. Me do ago. E ye me yo vedu yo pete program. Me yo kan me yo jokpata. Me yo grimdo, me yo pechu manyamle. Me yo mi okeke. Yeme yo abochi sakra kame chwa obe adogo koto kolidonko kunuma ku agbere ngbere to be yo ale acho ofran tamani o fifini ku abisinkra o kofi to jabaku o chotu akofi o cho hen kofi atra kable godogo me yo mi apete ahungbato me yo ra dagbe ji me yo mi do nya tefe yeme yo afana gonu afagbo majizo o pepe zu pepe to mo le me da pa vidi me yo pali gbe meji eku meji oli meji di meji lo so meji ngoli meji abla meji akla meji guda meji sa meji ka meji tru meji tula meji lete meji che meji fu meji pale che tula meyo klebo vile kemo kwa to wado bo me to ba de nyede me yo bete po mi gbe me yo bete senu me yo do nyawo me yo bete renu po dagbe never now le kosra me. This week should be a blissful week for all of you, and may you all find what your heart desires, the things that you are looking for, the health that you are looking for, the opportunities that you are looking for, may they come true for you. Thank you. And we have a Akron. Say, please, can I have your number? Our number has been put there, Akron. And then we have a big sister Luna Nicole. Say, thank you for your time and teachings today, Papa. I appreciate you. Same, we appreciate you too, big sister Luna Nicole, all the time. Thank you very much for being here. I wish you a very successful, and all of you a very successful new week. May the ancestors and the gods of our fathers continue to bless you and open doors for you, bring you opportunities so that we will meet again next week. And then we have a Kaliyong collection saying, Ami, and then Luna, because have a blessed week, everyone. Yes, same. We all wish you to a blessed week. And then we have a Subisiso FF Samo. So, do you make magic rings for business fortification? No, I don't make magic rings for business fortification. Thank you. And thank you. Until next week, again, we meet again. Thank you, and goodbye for today. Bye-bye.